Morons. It says
Settings.
in the thing,
Enable
player
chat
video avatar, name only.
Video avatar?
Oh, no, game settings, right? And it says player
settings.
video avatar size. Go to names only.
Oh, down at the bottom.
Yeah, you
Phil.
gotta scroll down.
Oh, you said something.
No, I didn't. I said go to the settings. That's exactly what I said. You retard.
Ooh, look at that nice village down there, dude.
Right, look at that sexy village. Look
That
at
was
these
like
trees.
Raven Village, dude.
That brook.
My god, look how big this guy is.
Is your guy on the screen?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't see him.
I don't think we can do that. Only you can.
No, I think you can put your own guys on the screen.
Can you?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Do you guys have tokens, by the way?
I don't.
You have to make the tokens.
I have to.
Yeah, but you can
I
just
thought-
drag the characters out.
Well, but I thought they had their own tokens. Like players had their own tokens. Because I made one
No.
last time.
Yeah,
okay.
I made
you didn't,
one.
you didn't make one last time. You just sent me the file and I put it up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
Ralph
you,
made
you're the
mine
only
last
one
time,
that can
so-
like pull creatures.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can make those for you guys if you want. If you give them to me.
I don't know.
You can just find me a half elf character.
So do I just have to add it as art asset? Then like create a character, and then that's what you did.
Actually, you can just like pull from the files. What it should be after your compendium.
Premium assets.
Not anything you can pay for. Oh, actually, I don't know. But it's like it pulls down a list of like different like tokens.
Yeah.
And
What do you
avatar.
want, Michael?
Just give me anyone. I'm a half elf bard, so
Michael, you gonna sing the entire time?
I'm singing right now.
Oh,
This is the background music of me.
Okay, here, I'm gonna post mine. Boom.
All
there
these
you
are
go.
gay top-down ones.
That's fine. I don't need anything special. Just
Posted mine so you can see it in all its glory.
what are those things on your helmet?
What?
I mean, it's a pretty badass picture, but no way your character looks like that.
Dude, yeah, that's what he looks like right now.
No, I don't buy it.
Okay. You're just mad somebody's shorter than you can look so badass.
I'm having trouble finding this shit, Michael. Because all the ones that I could use are premium.
Here, look, I'll send you a one.
You
Oh,
sent him one for
carrot.
me too, Chris.
Characters.
You can just pull. You can use anything for me. I don't actually care. So
Oh, I don't have a D&D stuff in this.
all right, my character is pulled up. I am ready to go.
Can you manipulate these dudes, or do I have to like let you manipulate these dudes?
You have to
There it
let
is.
us.
I think
do
you have
it.
to assign to us.
Oh, I see.
How far back do I have to go
Michael.
from that picture I linked?
You're this
Wait.
little girly person with a sword.
Wait, I
Michael.
want to be this other dude. I want to be
Do
this
it.
blue one.
The wizard one.
Yeah, I don't have a sword and a shield, so
Okay.
Damn, Michael's really picky, dude. I can't-
Wait, I have one for Michael.
All right. Can you move that guy around? Okay, so I can just drag that on and assign it to you. Okay, I'll do that.
yeah.
Here you
Alright.
go, Tyler. I got one for you.
You sending it to me?
I just
Oh, you
put
sit-
it in that thing.
There you go. I got
I
one.
see.
That's the one for Michael.
How do I save this picture? I right click. How the fuck?
I look so gay. Who is that? Who's that wizard man?
It's Dandelion from. Oh, the wizard man.
In,
Okay.
in the actual game, he's got his little fingers out.
I'm
you
gonna
want-
cast a spell on
How-
you.
How do I save these pictures? Can I just like click and drag or something?
You'll just be able to right click it and then open link.
I know where I figured it out.
How do I do this? Well, I figured it out.
I figured it out, jackass. Jackass.
Okay, so I have to make it an image or a picture.
Guys, Jeff Bezos just pledged $10 billion to fight climate change. Yeah, right.
What a badass.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Like $1 million a year for like 1,000 years or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very pessimistic, but
Yeah, me too.
obviously I hope I'm wrong. I feel like he's not really gonna.
He's
do
like
anything.
$1 a day for the next 10 billion days.
What's funny about all the people that all these like supposed like philanthropists that are like publicly saying they'll pledge all this money?
Yeah, I know.
It's like no one actually knows if they're doing it half the time. Like you hear it, they get the good publicity, and then like no one really cares anymore.
Plus, it's like, where does that money go? You don't just like donate it to the
Yeah.
fucking environment. I don't know.
They're probably like giving it to themselves and be like, I'm fighting the environment. I'm gonna donate to myself.
I'm such a like the only person that I actually like believe is like Bill Gates.
All right, tell me if you can move that shit around. If I did it right.
I got mine.
Damn, I'm a fucking thick boy. Look how big I am, dude. I'm way fucking bigger than you guys.
Okay.
Wait, what is this?
How come I can't
Where-
go over Michael's?
Michael's probably like the top layer.
Wait,
This is
why am I
bullshit.
this guy? Tyler,
wanna
I
be
didn't
that-
want
You want to be the fucking wizard? Okay, fine.
Yeah, what? No,
No.
no, he's a bard.
the person I, give me the person that I have.
He's the
originally.
bard. Keep it. Keep the
wizard.
bard.
Alright.
I thought there was a way we could scale these down.
You
Yeah, you
can.
can scale them down.
The reason is there's a reason for that.
You gotta assign this to me again, by the way.
Okay, I just making sure. Okay. Can you like drag that out now, or do I have to drag it out on the new layers?
Dude,
and
Michael,
stuff?
the one I got you was way cooler than that guy. Come on.
Alright, we'll figure.
I think if you're gonna change it, I think you have to re-drag them out. You have to drag them to another page.
Alright, we'll figure it out. Okay. Okay.
That's
So
easier.
before we get started, though, I'm just gonna say that you guys have already met each other, and you've been adventuring for some time. So if you want, you can think of like what you have been doing, and what the last thing that you did.
I think
Like,
we
it
should
was awesome.
also. What are our relationships to each other? Like, is anybody salty with anyone else, or are we all friends?
don't have to get-
Uh,
You don't have to get that deep if
I'm-
you don't want.
my character is a homosexual, so
Okay, do we want to just assume that we're all friends then?
Yeah. So
are either of you guys homosexuals?
I'm not.
No, I'm not. But it's okay. I accept your gayness anyways.
Should we just be a homosexual traveling party?
You can be a homosexual if you want.
Phil, you're my lover.
No.
Chicka
Hey, that's
bow
not
wow.
you. Here you are. Here we go.
Damn, sitting on his face right in the middle of everything.
all right, but I need you guys to figure out like what the last adventure you guys are coming from is. Like, what'd you do that was badass?
We were getting Michael a boyfriend because nobody wants to date him.
I don't think it was anything badass since we're level 1, but
That's
It could be
level.
I think
literally
I-
anything. Come up with something
yeah.
yourself.
Let's say we
was our-
helped our village or something. We just helped the village with some bandits, something very
Some
basic.
mud
Yeah,
crabs.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with
So
that.
so you guys came together and saved a village from mud crabs. You killed a couple of them in like a fight or something. All right, so who are we working
Yeah.
with? What are the characters and what are their names?
Okay, I'll go first. I am Grognak, right? Half dwarf. Well, the full dwarf. I
Okay.
mean, I don't know. I said half. He's a fighter. He's a hill dwarf. Sorry.
Hey
He's a
Tyler, can you turn the
badass
music down just like a
motherfucker.
little bit?
Yeah.
Like a smidgen?
I can't hear any of the music.
I got smidgen.
Don't
Let's
say
see. What
anything.
was my
Very quiet
equipment?
For just a sec.
Turn it down.
I don't hear shit.
I have a battle axe and shield. Did you turn the volume down in your game, Phil?
Block audio. Allow audio.
Yeah, I could hear the music.
Yeah, I hear it.
All right, so we got Garnak, who's a badass dwarf fighter.
Grognak.
Grognak, that's what I said.
This guy.
Here, let me write these names down so I can not forget them.
I just changed my name to what it is in the thing, so mine's on the
That'd be
bottom.
great.
Grognag.
Brognac.
Grognag. Okay. I can go. My character's name is Samson Goodbody. He is a half-elf bard who plays a violin. Relatively tall, about 6 feet. A long face with sleek back, dark hair. He's effortlessly chic. You know, wears sort of trendy clothes. Doesn't really have. I have leather armor, but nothing too fancy. And is more of a support character more than anything else. So
Good, because I'm gonna need a lot of support because I don't give a fuck and I go in and tear shit up.
Samson.
he
Goodbody.
just likes life. He likes life. He's optimistic. He's a good loyal friend. And he is, he's a good aligned character. So
Nice. Samson Goodbody, right?
yeah, Samson Goodbody.
Even though his body's like a dad bod, so
No, it's not a dad bod. Okay.
What's Phil playing?
My name is Azkalan.
Okay.
Wait, I thought you were playing Raldoron again.
I changed. I figured I'd change the name for you guys. I don't know if you guys get bored with that. I mean, I'm
That's
fine with
fine.
playing Raldoron again, but I figured I just.
I don't
You
care.
can play Azkalan. Okay, Azkalan. And what is Azkalan here?
It's just a warrior bamf, you know, and he just fucking.
Okay.
He's kind of, you know, what's the fuck's the word I'm looking for?
Badass. I
Yeah,
get
he's
it.
a badass, but he's kind of stoic, short. He's not just short and like temper wise.
Mhm. Gotcha.
You know, got a
Wait, are
bloodlust.
you a human still?
Oh yeah, I'm a human for sure, dude. I ain't no fucking filthy not human, you know.
Xenos.
But I'm okay with you guys. You guys are the good ones. No.
Yeah.
All right.
We've culturally assimilated.
So Garnock, Samson, and Azkalan.
Grognak,
Right.
but
That's what I said. Grognak.
it's okay. Everybody gets my name wrong.
What a grognacker.
All right, I'll read you a little bit of exposition. It's short. So you've been traveling together for some
Hey,
time.
Tyler, sorry to bother. Can you turn the music down just a smidgen more?
I
More?
still can't hear the fucking.
Why don't you
music.
just
can't
turn
even
it
hear
down
it.
in your thing, Michael?
Wait,
Go to
How
the
can I turn it down
settings.
in my
Go to the settings. My settings.
for
And then
what?
it says on roll 20.
I turned it down.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah,
Oh, you can turn it back up. I can. Oh, yeah. I can turn it down.
this guy.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Sorry, man.
We got all the bookkeeping out of the way.
Yeah, I'm ready
Okay.
again.
Exposition. Okay. You've been traveling together for some time after your last adventure of killing the mud crabs and bandits at the same time. Your group caught the eye of local merchant Alonzo Winborn, who contacted you to help him deliver a wagon load of barley to the small village of Welton. Currently, you are en route after days of travel on the grassy valley path near the destination. And Alonzo is a halfling that's like got this big fat mustache, and he wears this like pot what do you call it, like a stovetop hat.
Nice.
And so you guys are on the way to Welton, and he's got his wagon, and you guys have created a contract with him. He said he's going to give you guys 10 gold pieces each to help him get this wagon load there. So that's kind of
10 gold pieces?
yeah, fuck yeah, 10 gold
Is that a
pieces.
lot of money?
Dude.
That is not a lot of money.
Yeah,
10
but you
gold?
guys accepted.
I don't think my character would have signed that contract.
No, you took a blood oath, dude.
Yeah. Some way or another, he got you to agree to that contract, and
Okay.
you're en route. And Alonzo's on this wagon, and he's about to chat with you guys. He's like, thanks for helping me. We're almost there. And he's like, I've been hearing these rumors of wolves in this parts, and I wasn't sure if I'd make it this time. Sure was fearful. And
Alonzo. Oh, sorry.
you're fine.
What are we
You got some-
transporting here?
I kill him and
Like,
loot his body.
"Oh."
No, I'm just kidding.
He's like, I'm transporting some barley. And he like pulls the cloth up from this this cart that's being pulled by a horse. And you can see that there's like a shitload of barley in there.
A shitload of barley, and then he goes, "I'm carrying barley, you moron."
Yeah. He's
Carrying
like
barley and more.
he's like people in these parts are starving, I hear. Something about their farms closing down. So I'm bringing this barley in to get some good profit. And with that, he
Ends
You
his
guys kinda like-
NPC dialogue.
no.
Oh.
But did you guys have any actual questions for him besides barley crap?
Besides barley crap.
Yeah.
What strain of barley is this, might I?
He's like, oh, don't worry about that. He's like, He's like, I don't ask what kind of barley I get. I just am the barley tradesman.
Okay, I'll ask if he's single because our bard is looking for a boyfriend.
He says, I'm not into that shit.
Oh,
But then,
okay.
like right
I'm not
before,
openly gay, okay? I'm
Oh,
subtle.
sorry.
but so like right as he says that, you guys are like approaching this bend.
Nightclub.
And about like 150 feet away, you see like a slight bend in the road where it passes between an outcrop of rocks and borders, where it's covered with like where like half of it's rocks and half of it's mossy woodland.
Nice.
And you also see this pair of men driving a small flock of sheep through the gap, and there's like 4 sheepdogs all around them.
Oh, I
Nice.
like dogs.
Yeah.
So during a lot of this trip, I'm gonna be just kind of fiddling around on my instruments and trying to keep the mood up. So I'll probably have one of my instruments out,
Michael, sing us a
just
song.
fiddling around. I'm not one of the bards that sings a lot. I just sort of play
You're the worst.
soothing tunes on my violin.
Michael was the first lo-fi beats. Okay.
All right. So Samson pulls out his instrument and starts playing a tune.
Well, it's probably already pulled out. It's probably already been pulled.
Just like his wiener.
So like right when you pull out your instrument, like as Samson's playing his tune, and you guys see this this flock of sheep with the men herding it, you suddenly all see about 150 feet that the dogs like prick up their ears, and you hear them start to like bark frantically.
Uh-oh.
And then the men that are like herding these sheep, they pull out their clubs and they start like looking around distressed.
I ask, what's going
How
on
far-
there?
how where are they from us?
About 150 feet.
150 feet. Sorry. I'm gonna.
Alonzo, what do you reckon is happening over there?
He's like, "What? Oh, you talking about those men down there? They're just herding some sheep, obviously."
I don't know. I think something else.
This
Yeah,
grain guy, he's a
he's
real
like-
smart ass.
He's like, "I'm not one to know much about farming, but it looks like they're just doing their jobs." And then,
Are we heading towards them right now? Or
yep, yeah, you're heading towards them, and there's like a bend in the road. And then, like while you guys are like talking to Alonzo about like what's going on up there, in the blink of an eye, you guys can all see lean gray shapes burst out from the bushes on both sides, and they launch themselves with incredible speed at the sheep. And let me see if I can do this.
Mm.
Did this change?
shit.
Oh, damn.
Oh fuck.
Did the
Yeah,
Well,
it
they're
changed.
dead, so let's just
It
move on.
changed. This is so much better than Michael's shit.
I loot the bodies.
okay? And then let me pause this music.
Again, I can't hear it. It's not a big deal, but I don't know why I can't.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to roll. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to roll initiative too.
Okay.
Okay, dude. I'll fuck these wolves up, dude.
Wait,
Okay.
where are we at, Tyler?
I had to put you in, Michael.
Oh, okay. Relax. I'm just asking questions, man.
Boom, I
Michael,
got
I had to put you
17.
in. So you guys are gonna be down here.
I don't have a thing.
And,
we do
uh,
D20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me add you guys to the thing so you can control your stuff. I didn't realize I had to add everybody. I thought That was a thing that.
21.
18.
And I got 17.
Yeah, these are good ass rolls.
Yeah. What kind of rolls are they?
Good ass rolls.
So you guys can move yourself anywhere within these this zone over here. I forgot to put the fucking wagon on here, but that's fine. Does Phil, you have control of your dude yet?
Just a sec. I just zoom out. I gotta find the right zoom for this.
Oh yeah, I definitely gotta zoom out a little bit.
Yeah, sorry, it's a
I
big
need
map.
to pan.
But yeah, you guys can see all those wolves and all those sheep and those dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see all that.
And
Yeah, okay, I can move me.
I'm gonna put this bard over here, and this is gonna be the wagon.
Okay.
That's gonna be Alonzo.
There's two
Yeah, that's
wagons.
Alonso.
Why is it there? So there's two Alonzos.
Well, it takes up 2 squares. One's the horse, one's the wagon.
Oh, gotcha.
And
Um,
and yeah, you guys are in combat, and Alonso's like, "Whoa, I never saw that coming." He's like, "Thank God I hired you."
Wait,
Now
so
do
we're
what you're
gonna be
supposed to
starting
do.
from this area, right? Or can we put ourselves? a little
No,
bit closer?
you had to start near the wagon. You can start. I'll
I'll-
say you could start it
Oh, sorry,
within
right here.
any square adjacent to the wagon. So
Okay.
and that's
Right
on
at the front,
any
yeah.
side. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't get your rules. This
Chris
is-
got 17, Michael got 21, and I got 18.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah, Tyler. I don't know if you want to use this. There's a little thing on here that you can write the initiative order down.
Oh, is there? I have paper here.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so
whatever's
I'm just
easier.
gonna use that.
Wait, here is
So- So,
Oh god, I'm so hungry right now.
I'm hungry for some wolf flesh.
Whoa.
right, guys?
I thought you were gonna say dick or something because your guy's closeted homosexual. And we.
I'm also subtle. I'm more ace. Elves are not super sexual, so
Not super sexual.
it's the
but-
human side that is
The
making me
Hemi
wanna.
human size is like, man, I want to jump that guy's. You know.
Little
The
wiener.
girl side's like, dude, relax over there, okay?
I'm like Pete Buttigieg homosexual. Okay,
Oh, okay.
It's very
So,
subtle.
like a Republican-
Basically-
Like a Republican
basically
standard.
non-existent homosexual.
all right,
I'm like Dick Cheney's daughter homosexual.
Dude, jeez,
Michael. Good. Samson, you're first.
Okay. So we can see them. Have they seen us? Noticed us yet? Or
They're focused not on you, and you can tell that they just burst out of the bushes and they're starting to like terrorize the people that they're going towards. Like you can see the farmers start to look at the wolves that are nearest to them, and Michael, or Samson, make a perception check.
okay. One second.
you didn't see shit.
10.
Oh, you got 10? Okay, so you can see that you can tell by like the look on the farmer's face that they don't even see the wolves that are in front of them. They're only looking at the ones that are closest to them. So that means that like, does this work? Yeah. So this farmer's like looking at that wolf and that wolf, and this farmer, that wolf and that wolf.
Okay. I
you can-
will.
You
I
can
think
actually
I'm-
tell with that roll that these wolves are like facing this direction.
Okay. Are we gonna go 5 feet each for each of these?
Yeah, each square is 5 foot.
Okay.
And in general, you're about 150 feet away. So if that helps your.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna dash towards. Let me see. So I'm 60. So you mind if I'm just gonna like put myself.
Yeah.
You said 120 or 150?
Yeah, but so just for my sake, each square is 5 feet. So like that's 5 feet, and then that would be like 10 feet. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can go there, but it would take 10 feet because you'd be going up 1 and over.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going 1. What the fuck is wrong with this thing? My map keeps like switching over. Okay. Wait, can you guys still see my character?
You're moving them towards the south, towards the
You're
bottom
moving
of
the
the
wrong way.
map.
Move up.
I don't.
Yeah.
For some
Here.
reason, my
There you
My map
go.
is all fucked up right now. Sorry, I don't know what's going on.
That's
Every time I
okay.
move, it scrolls.
Oh, do you have your pan on? Go to the top left and click the little mouse icon and click select move.
Yeah.
Grognock.
Yeah.
There you go. So you started. Did you start right here, Michael?
Yeah, I started right here. I'm gonna count it out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, I
Nice.
get about. What the fuck? This is driving me fucking crazy. I get about right there.
Is your pan on?
Nice.
What does your mouse clicker
I don't know
look
what
like?
that means. What does pan?
All right, go to the top left. Look at the top left of your.
Where's
of
it got
your
the arrow,
screen.
the
Got the
paintbrush,
arrow.
magnifying glass, the dice,
Yeah.
that stuff?
I shouldn't.
The
It should-
top
oh.
left should be a mouse. Click the mouse, and then there should be pan view and select/move.
Yeah,
You want
it's on
slash
select,
Move.
so.
Oh, okay. I don't know then.
Yeah,
Just,
I don't.
just thought I did.
All right, so you're done, Michael. I mean,
Yeah,
Samson. All right,
I
so
won't move
next.
my character back. It's just like moving around. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, you can figure it out. Next is Grognock.
Okay, I'm gonna move up with Michael. Get closer to that battle, you know what I'm
Nice,
saying?
All right, and then yeah, so the two people. Next is these wolves. So they're gonna see two of these wolves move over here, and they're gonna start like kind of like attacking this farmer. And you see them both like bite the farmer's arms and
No.
legs at the same time. Like they both attack, and it looks like they're coordinated.
Damn, some
Oh,
smart
poor
wolves.
dude.
And then these wolves are gonna go up here.
Oh, damn, poor dude. Yeah, getting eaten by wolves would not be fun.
Yeah, I'd be like, kill the sheep, not me.
And then, oh wait, did I do that? Yeah, okay, and then these wolves are both gonna attack these sheep, and you can actually see, how far away are you actually? I don't know
I'm
if you
like
guys
5, 15, 20, 30.
Yeah,
That
so
was a
Samson,
turn order.
since you were looking at these wolves earlier, you can see that this wolf right
How do I
here,
get rid of this thing?
oh sorry, this one right here, it like bites this sheep, and it gets like a deep wound, like the fur starts to get all bloody with blood.
Bloody.
But the one over here, it misses. All right. And so next is, how do I pronounce it? Azkalan?
Azkalan.
Yeah. Next
I'm
is
just gonna rush
Azkalan.
over there too, dude. So
Alright.
what? Here, right?
In
When
general,
I'm counting the squares, do I go like? Okay, so let's say I'm moving diagonally. Do I just do straight diagonal, or do I go up one over one?
up one
how
over
do you-
one.
It's always up one over one for going diagonal. Okay.
For me, it's up one over one. Yeah.
Okay. So you can't do like go straight diagonal then.
Right. I mean,
Okay,
you
just wanna- just wanna make
technically,
sure.
if you want to move right there, it'd be 10 feet to move. But you could dash, so you get some extra speed.
Okay, I was just
Ah.
making sure.
And then the cart is gonna move up. 2, 4.
Yeah, that card's got some balls on it, dude.
Yeah, I know,
But-
right?
Because it's moving fast, it only has 20-foot move speed.
No, just because it's moving up. Because it's like, hey, look, a pack of wolves. Like, oh, let's go up there. They'd be like, fuck that.
Yeah.
We ain't scared of wolves. We're level 2, dog.
Alonzo, you actually see like Alonzo, he's like trying to pull on the reins, but it looks like Azkalan, make a perception check.
Perception check. What's my perception?
So it's your wisdom plus a d20 plus perception.
Oh, it's wisdom plus perception.
Well, you might have already incorporated your wisdom into your perception, so I would just do.
Yeah, wisdom's -1. I just want to make sure. Okay, where's my dice thing? There it is. 20. Ugh, I got a 6.
So as Azkalan is like sprinting, he looks back towards the wagon, and all he can see is Alonzo like slapping the reins on the horse, and you think that he's trying to like mush him into battle.
Damn, this merchant's a badass. That's what I think.
All right. Next up is these wolves, and this wolf's gonna go here. This wolf's gonna go right there, and these wolves are also gonna bite. Try to bite this guy, and they both like try to coordinate around this farmer, and try to like bite him, but you notice that they can't. They kind of like miss. Like this farmer kind of fins them off with his club as they try to bite. He gets the club in their mouth, and doesn't bite that guy. And then this one goes over here. Goes over here. And both these sheep are going to get bit. This one, and that one.
They don't
Well, at
kill
least
the
we'll have
sheep.
plenty to eat. You know.
And then when they get bit, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, at least they'll have plenty to eat. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one right here, it gets like, oh sorry, this one right here gets like right in the wolf's mouth. Like you can see he got like a good bite on it, and he starts pulling it off this direction.
Damn.
Yeah,
Those are
right.
the-
That's a
With his strength.
some
Oh,
strong
son of
wolves,
a-
dude.
Yeah, he's a
don't know.
beefy.
I don't
He's
know
a
if we're
beef-
strong enough to take out these wolves, dude. I'm pretty
Michael,
weak.
all
so-
right. I mean, what was your name again? Samson.
Yeah.
Samson.
Samson. All right. Okay. We got this, dude.
Yeah, Samp. Okay.
I'm not gonna run
We
away
should-
from a fight.
That party
Fellow
banter.
adventurers, we should proceed with caution.
You just watch the wolves eat the fucking sheep. You're like, I don't think we can take those guys.
I
Okay.
ain't we're not a sheep.
Just throw
Next
your
up
loot
is-
at him.
Next is Samson.
Okay.
Samson runs away.
3, 4.
What's up, Ralph? Ralph's watching, guys. So if you want to yell any disparities at him, go ahead and do it now.
Is Ralph in here? Oh, he's watching. his
Yeah,
stream.
he's watching.
All right, let me see. What's the range between me and those wolves? How do you do the line thing?
So you
go.
click the eyeball, or you click the ruler, and then you click and drag. So it's 35
Oh,
feet, 40
It's out of
feet.
my range. Fuck. Okay.
So yeah, for spell casting and like ranged weapon shots, that counts as 35 feet for
Okay.
shooting. not for
Okay.
moving.
I'm gonna use vicious mockery on this wolf right here.
Is that an actual thing?
Yeah,
No
you're
idea.
gonna whisper sweet nothings to that wolf. Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, you dumb wolf, get off of him.
get off of him, you bugger. Okay,
So it's a wisdom saving throw. My wisdom saving throw is 13, by the way.
oh okay, so I need to make a save. Okay, yeah, he got a 14.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. Yeah, the wolf is not phased at all, and he doesn't even like. look
Continues
away
on
from this.
eating the person he
And
was
just
eating
keeps
before.
eviscerating that poor farmer.
I'm gonna shout back to the other guys and be like, yo, I tried, man.
Yo, I tried.
Do
Yeah.
the best you can do.
And next up, do you have anything else, Samson?
No, I'm done.
Next up is Gargnok. Gargnok.
Nice.
Gra-
I'm gonna
whatever.
go up with Michael. How far can I move? You said 30 feet.
You can move 30 feet. Well, you're a dwarf, so you probably have 25-foot movement, I think.
I'm just gonna move up to Michael and.
But you can
But you
dash
can't do
too.
anything, so you probably won't want to dash.
I don't have any. Yeah, I'll wait
Or
here
if you have
for
like
my
a
next
ranged
turn.
weapon, you could probably hit him from there.
Nah, I just have an axe and a shield, so.
All right.
Hey, what's the rule for switching weapons, by the way? Like,
I'll pretty much let you switch weapons at any time unless it gives you like an unfair advantage. So like if you have like a shield and a dagger and a sword and you want to swap between them, you can't like do
What?
your double attack and then swap to your shield to get your like two
Oh, you
AC.
like
oh
bonus.
yeah, I figured like
But-
at the start of the round, like start of your turn or something like that. Like,
Yeah, you can do it whenever. And right now you're like not under duress or anything. So if
Yeah.
you want to switch weapons, you can pretty much do it. Because all that really means is like a storage thing. Because I'm not gonna say, oh well, you have yours in your backpack and the other guy has his on his waist, so it's different. So
mhm.
you can pretty much, it's a free action right
okay,
now.
that's what I figured. I just wanted to make sure.
So next up is these wolves, and so these wolves that were attacking the guy, they're gonna attack him again. Actually,
Attack him again.
oh, and they actually so like they had bit him before, but like with the blood, it got in their face, splattered all over them, and then their eyes, they got so blind that they missed him.
Damn.
And then
Damn.
this wolf, it had grabbed this
But he was just
guy
like
earlier,
gushing blood then, huh?
and this wolf sees it, so he's gonna forgo the wolf attack or the sheep attack, and they're both gonna run north with this sheep in their mouth. They're gonna carry it together. I don't know how to. Okay.
See you, Mr. Wolves and sheep.
Yeah. And so they both take that sheep up north. And then next is Azkalan.
I'm gonna dash my ass in there, dude. How long my movement is? Where do you see movement in this movie?
You'll have 30 feet of movement. the
30,
most
and then
part.
a dash is just double, right? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
walking 30.
30. So if you move 30, that's where I am right now.
So like right here, or like right here. So if I move another 30, that'd be like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it right there? Right? For another 30 feet on top of that.
Hey, I'm not paying attention. You just move wherever.
Yeah,
you
that seems right.
That seems right. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna dash up, and that's
Alright.
about my movement.
All right. And then so is that it for Azkalan?
Yes, and then I in my turn.
Okay, next wolves, and they're this one sees that this sheep has been bitten, and they're gonna do the same thing with this sheep. They're gonna
Ooh,
drag
nice.
it up.
I mean, it's not good for the sheep, but good for
Yeah.
us.
Not good for the sheep.
And then these wolves, this one is gonna go over here, and he's gonna try to attack this. Actually, he can probably make it all the way up here, and he's gonna try to attack this sheep. Oh shit! And he gets this sheep right here, and you just see him like bite it right in the neck,
Damn.
and the blood is crazy. And this guy is gonna try to move over here and attack this guy again. Oh shit! And when this wolf does it, like the farmer clubs him right in the face, as like a
Nice.
counterattack. Boom! And the wolf gets knocked prone.
Nice,
That one
nice.
farmer's a badass. The other one's just getting his ass.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Did you see that, boy?" And he's like, "I'll show you a thing or two." And you get this.
Is he
sense
talking
that
to the wolf or he's talking
Yeah,
to
he's
the
talking to
other
the wolf,
farmer?
I'd hope, not the friend getting eaten.
You get a sense that he's talking to the friend behind him as he's like looking behind him, but he's so focused on this wolf that he doesn't know his friend is being.
Eviscerated. His stomach's hanging out at the moment.
And then let me see what the cart does. Okay, and then the cart, it kind of like moves up one, and then that's it.
Alright. Maybe he's not as
Okay.
brave as I thought.
And then next up is Samson.
I will move up more.
Alright.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Trying to stay off the main road a little bit.
And let me see. What is the range between me and? Let me see here. 1 second. How do you draw the line again? Oh, here it.
There's a ruler. It's like right in the middle. I don't want to
is.
say
What's-
underneath the magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can get the two wolves fighting the those two farmer. I'm gonna cast Bane, level 1 spell.
I think Bane just targets one guy, doesn't it?
No, you can target up to 3 people.
Okay, so Bane's like a curse
Yeah,
or something.
up to 3 creatures. I'll read it to you. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make Charisma saving throws. Whenever a target that fails the saving throw makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw. So,
Okay, so remind if they fail, remind me what that does when they attack, so that I.
okay, yeah. So it's 13 Charisma that they have to beat.
So one got a 13 and another one got an 11. So this one got an
so
11.
one of them fails.
Okay.
So yeah, whenever that guy attacks,
Playing a
those-
dwarf.
Okay.
And it's a
Alright.
concentration spell.
This is
Okay.
right here.
So is that it for Samson?
Fighter.
Yep.
I think it was-
Okay. Next up is Gargnock. Gargnock.
Okay, I'm gonna move up to them, and I can't do anything else. I don't think.
You can
right?
dash. You probably should dash.
Was that 15 feet? And I have how long? How far to move?
That'd be 30.
Okay.
The
Every
amount you
30.
just moved.
So you can
Yeah.
basically get up to the wolves.
If I dash, can I attack after that or no?
No, because that's an action.
I'm just gonna wait here.
No, but
Okay.
you wanna get up there though, right?
All right, I'm gonna dash then. I'm up in this bitch.
My guy's trying to get Chris killed again.
That works.
Yeah, melee.
All right. You don't have like a bonus action or anything you can do?
Let me look and see what my bonus actions are.
Probably not.
Second wind and then 2 weapon fighting. Thing. Yeah.
All right, done.
Yep.
Okay, so next up is these wolves down here. These ones. And
Wait, did we start this game level 1 or level 2?
level 2.
Dude,
Okay, let me level
Oh,
up.
that is we're at level 2?
Yep.
Let me level my guy real quick, man. I mean, nothing's changed for me. Nothing's changed
Okay.
for me. We'll be fine.
Okay.
Where do you level?
You guys want me to wait before I do the wolves? Cause they're gonna attack. Well, depending on what happens, Chris is probably gonna get attacked at least.
No,
once.
I'm good. I'm good. I leveled my guy up, so we're good.
Okay. So this wolf right here is
Yeah.
gonna try to bite this farmer. Yeah. And he does.
Yeah, I could have,
and-
but whatever.
But he doesn't like pin him down or anything. And then this wolf, he notices like that this farmer's getting the shit beat out of him, and he sees you like bum rush him, so he's gonna try to bite Grognock, and he
Nice.
got a what does he add? Yeah, he got a 20 to hit you.
Damn,
to
he
hit you.
hits. Yeah.
All right,
Well, my armor class is 19, so.
that's pretty good.
oh,
So he
what the
dealt
fuck? Your armor
6
class is 19?
Yeah.
Fucking
At level,
bullshit,
at
dude.
level 2, that's pretty high, yeah. He dealt 8 points of damage to you.
Jesus.
And then, like, as his teeth sink into your leg, you gotta make a strength save.
Okay. Which one do I saving
You
throw?
roll your-
Right.
Roll your d20, and then you add your
Roll
strength to it. And if you have proficiency,
D-
you get to add +2.
1d20. Plus my strength saving throw, right? Plus 4.
Yeah.
15.
So you pass. So you he bites your leg, but you just like grit your teeth as he does, and he doesn't break your bones or anything.
Nice, because I'm so bony and manly.
And then this one that attacked the farmer, he's actually gonna run up this way. So you can make an opportunity attack against him if you want.
Yeah, hell yeah. Am I rolling
Uh,
d20, right?
Yeah, you make an attack roll.
Okay. So my attack is 1d20. Oops. 1. And then what do I add to that? Nothing?
Well, if you get to add your strength and your proficiency if you're proficient with the weapon, which I'm sure you are.
No, I didn't add that to my proficiency. So 12.
I think that hits him. Yeah, that hits him.
Okay, so
What are you attacking with? A hammer?
great axe.
Oh yeah, you slice this wolf. So roll your damage.
D8 plus 2. 9.
Damn, that's nice. So you slice this wolf and you like catch it right in the leg and it whimpers. It's like "Rrrr."
Nice. Oh my god.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
Cutting legs off.
And then this one is gonna try to run this direction.
So do I get a chance to attack him also?
No, you have one reaction, so you used
Oh,
it
okay.
to attack the other wolf.
Does it look like they're all running away?
You think that you don't know. Actually, you can't tell. Yeah, they're animal. So, okay. So that was the wolves. Next is Azkalan.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up.
Yep. Oh, this wolf, by the way, did get to move. Oh, he's right. And this farmer is, by the way, he like falls down. And
Hey, you
he's
guys
like,
continue. I gotta run downstairs and get water real quick.
Can
and
I?
he's like, help, help!
Can I like perform like medical aid to him?
You sure fucking can. Make a
Nice.
medicine check.
Medicine check. I got a what is that? Roll 20.
It's a d20 plus your wisdom, and if you're proficient in medicine, you get to add your proficiency.
Okay. So wait, I got a 4. That's low.
And you're trying to like what? Bandage his wounds or
Yeah,
like
just like help him,
help
man.
he's
It
gonna
seems like
die?
he's getting his organs ripped out. I don't know what's happening to him. So
Yeah. So you walk up to him and you see
also
that.
wait. So wait, my medicine has like a a black spot next to it, and then it says +1. So do I do that plus like wisdom at the top, or what?
No, what that means is that you have proficiency in medicine. I
Okay, so
think.
it's already. So I just add the +1 because that's where it says medicine. Right?
Well. So if it has a black spot next to it, it normally means you have proficiency. Your proficiency bonus should be +2. And if it says +1, that may mean that you have a wisdom of like 12, which gives you a bonus of 1. So you may add 3 to it.
Okay, yeah, because my medicine says +1, then my proficiency says +2. So do I just go? Oh, well, my wisdom's -1.
If your wisdom's -1, then it probably says -1. Oh, so what it means
Wait,
is you
Phil,
get
are
a
you
+2.
using your D&D
Here, look.
Beyond?
Oh, yeah, here, look, I'll show you. I'll link it
So
again.
what that's saying is that you get a +1 because you have proficiency with it, but your wisdom takes away 1.
Okay,
So
that's
it's 2
what I
minus
figured.
1.
So it's just the +1. Okay, so I got
Yeah.
a 5. So this
So
guy's
you-
not long for the world.
So yeah, you got a 5, and when you get up there, all you can see is like blood all over his body. You can't tell where his wounds are, and you don't know what you like. The first thing you should do to save his life.
Okay, so he's fucked.
You actually kill him.
You don't touch him. I mean, unless you want to touch him, but just when you
Wait,
walk up, that's
are we out of initiative order or no?
no, that was his. He walked up to him and did a medicine check to check him out. That was his action.
Yep.
Did you have anything else to do?
No.
Okay.
I wanted to save his life, but it didn't work out.
So next up, this wolf is knocked prone. So he's gonna use his action. I think he has to use his action to get up. Can't remember how that worked. But anyway, he's gonna do that, and then he's gonna try to run away from this guy too. And then he's gonna get an opportunity attack on him. The guy misses. He tries to like hit him, but he swings with his club and just like misses the back of his foot as he runs away. And then this wolf here is gonna grab. Actually, he's gonna attack this sheep. I think this is the one missed earlier. And he definitely hit that sheep. And then he's also gonna get a deep wound. Oh, this was the one that got eaten earlier. So he bites it again after it had already been slain, just to check if it's dead. And then he grabs it and he pulls it up here too. All right. And then this one makes it out, it dashes out of this. And then let's see what this cart does. Yeah, and that cart moves up too.
Nice.
Okay, and then next is Samson. And this guy right here is like, he's like, "Yeah, take that, you mangy wolf! Don't touch my flock!"
Did he see that that the wolves took a couple of his sheep, or?
Do you mean did he notice? You can tell that he's been so focused on these wolves that he hasn't even noticed anything about the battle, and you can tell by like his reaction that he hasn't even noticed his friend, his other farmer, who's been previously wounded.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run up.
Oh, and Michael, also make a perception check too.
Okay.
How pissed would you guys be if you're like there, stomach open by a pack of wolves, and then Chris is just
8.
over there like, yeah, guys.
You got an 8. Yeah, that's all you can tell by looking at that guy.
Okay. Let me. So I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's pretty much all. I can't really do anything else. So I'll just move up to him.
Okay.
And I'll be like,
And he like turns to you, and he's like,
he's like,
ah. He's like, did you see that?
oh, I saw it. But your friend, perhaps you should provide some first aid to your son. Is it his son? I kind of look. It's like, are they around the same age, or
Yeah, they are.
your brother, your
Lover.
lover?
Hi, how you doing, cutie?
Yeah, they both appear to be in their like mid 30s.
Okay. Yeah, but that's all I
Hi.
say to him.
They're both, yeah. As you get closer, you can tell this is like a human male who's dressed very similar to the picture that is right there. I don't know if I
Very
can pop it up
similar
on
to
your
that
screen.
picture. You mean the
Yeah.
No, that's
armor
good enough.
guy?
We can see.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, he's got like
Inside,
one of those
just
ugly
this guy has
hats on.
terrible sense infection. Like, ugh,
Yeah.
what
And-
a poor person.
Yeah, really disgusting.
Classic
then-
poor person.
Next up is Garnock.
Okay. I am gonna go right over to this this wolf and try and finish it off.
Okay. Yeah, make an attack roll.
Oh, I didn't even notice the wolf.
Wow, I rolled a 1.
You roll a 1. Yeah, you missed that wolf. And
Man.
as you run up to the wolf, you like brush past Azkalan and Samson, and like what happens is you kind of like fumble through them, and you trip over Samson's foot. He's kind of sturdy, and you fall prone
Okay.
as you try to
Well,
like
I
attack,
did that on
and you fumble
purpose.
with your. There's a bunch of stones in the field too, so maybe you tripped on a stone. You don't know. You couldn't tell, but yeah, it could have been.
Gotcha.
anything.
You fucked up and everyone's laughing now, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, and when you do that too, this wolf howls and he goes.
Oh god, and he's calling for friends to come kill me.
And next is this wolf, and it's gonna dash 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna catch up to these guys. Wolves.
Gonna run away, and then this wolf is also gonna do the same. You can make an attack of opportunity, but you're knocked prone, so you have. Actually, can you attack when you're knocked prone, Michael? I don't even know. I don't think you can.
I
Maybe
can't
you
remember.
can. Yeah,
If you
I'll let
do,
you.
You
I'll let
definitely
you
have disadvantage though.
yeah, I'll let you attack it if you want, but yeah, if you do, you have disadvantage. So you roll 2 dice, 2 d20s, and take the lowest.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh no, it says your only option is to crawl.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can't. I don't know.
Crawl
It
like
says.
a wolf.
It says. Oh, it says your only movement option is to crawl. Yeah, so you can attack it if you want. Sorry about
Okay, then I'll try and attack it. Roll
that. 2 d20s, take the lowest.
6.
All right, that's not gonna hit, so you can just stop that.
Oh, 3 and 3. So yeah.
Oh, you got 2 3s. Yeah, okay, same thing. Yeah, so you try to hit it, and
Miss
you
entirely,
don't
yep.
hit it.
You fuck
And
it
then
up even
You got a
worse this
3
time.
and a 3.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Wow.
did. That's why I was giving. So
You
it,
rolled a
it goes
1,
on it.
a 3, and then a 3.
I know. Hopefully that's all my bad rolls out of the way.
I'm glad you're on our team.
And then these
Glad
sheep,
you're on our team.
these sheep, start like moving down here.
Do they seem to be running away in fear, or?
Yeah, they're going. They're I don't know what the term is, but they're like ah, but it's like very loud.
You're
And
buying.
then this one, that one stays there. What'd you say? Buying.
Yeah.
yeah.
What is the name for that? There's a name for that.
And then we're not in initiative anymore. So yeah. But the cart, yeah. So you're not in initiative anymore. What do you guys?
Can I try and heal that guy again? Can I roll to heal that dude again?
Here, let me change the music. So
I'm
not
gonna
getting
come
so
back over with
pumped.
you guys.
So I'm not getting so pumped. Is that what you said?
Yeah, there you go. All right,
I
so
could also
you-
just use my spell to heal him, but
Save your
I don't-
spell, wizard. Let's science.
He's not a wizard, he's a bard.
the bar.
all right, and then so
Whatever.
this guy right here, like as the combat ends and the wolves run away, he's like breathing heavily, and he's like he's like, oh, I never thought I'd have to use this trusty club. He's like, but with these wolves, and then he like, as he's like saying that, he turns around and he sees this guy lying there, and he's like, oh no, he's like, not another one. And he walks over to him, and
Puts
he's
him out
like-
of his misery.
no. But he like puts his club in his pouch, and he like reaches down, and he does a medicine check on this guy. And he's like, oh, we got to get him back to the village. He's like, thanks for saving me, but he's like, can you do anything?
Wait,
wait,
me?
is he asking?
Yeah, he's asking you. He's asking anybody here. He's kind of like saying it.
I can
looking
put him
at
out of his
you while
misery
he's on
and
his knees.
cut his head off.
You say that
Wait,
to him?
Yep.
is he unconscious right now or not?
This guy?
Wow.
The hurt one.
Yeah, he's unconscious. You can tell that just by looking at him.
Is he stabilized though, or? did
You
someone
don't know.
stabilize him?
You don't know. You guys.
Can I
you guys-
roll for a medicine check?
You can, yeah. So earlier, Ascalon tried to check him out with the medicine check. It failed, and this guy
Failed
just
bad.
tried to do that too, and he failed.
Well, this is the one. This is for the urn, dude. I
Nice.
got a 9.
You got a 9. Do you get to add anything to that? Did you get to add a 1 or something?
No, I already added the 1.
Yeah. So you start. You're like. So do you say like I can help him and you try to help him, or do you just like look at him again? Like what do you do for your?
I'm trying to
note?
figure out what's wrong with him to see if I can help him. You know, like
just by like
Alright.
look like how
like if
are you
it's,
looking?
if it's it, like I'm like so like I'm clearing away blood. Maybe with some water or something. And
So
to
you're
see
touching
what,
him.
Yeah,
Okay.
to see what's going on.
Okay. So yeah, when you take like your cantina out and you just like start dousing him with water, right? Is that what I
Yeah,
understand?
that sounds good. Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah,
See if
so you
his
start-
guts are out or anything.
Yeah, you start doing that, and as you do that, you can see that it was just his arms and his legs that have been bitten, and that's where most of the blood was coming from. And you don't. That's what you can tell. You can tell where the wounds are on his body.
So I'll actually use my medicine kit then.
Oh, you're just gonna use your medicine kit to stabilize him?
Yeah.
You just use a charge of it. Do you have to make a check to do that? Can't remember.
No, it's not a charge. I can only use it once. I have to buy it again. To...
Oh, okay. So that just stabilizes him. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So you wrap up his with the help of Ascalon. Samson uses his medicine kit to like bandage this farmer's wounds.
Wow, you're such a
And,
good guy.
And as this farmer sees like as you're doing that, he's like, oh, thank you so much, thank you. He's like, but I gotta get my sheep back. He's like, and he like motions to Garnock. He doesn't know who you are, but he's like, could you help me? He's like, I need to round up these sheep before they get away. That's all I know.
Dude, I ain't a sheep wrangler. What are you talking about, man?
You say that. He's like, fine. He's like, your aid in combat was enough.
Yeah,
He's
it
like,
fucking
for
better
what
be.
it was.
Chris fell on his ass 3 times.
Hey, I cut one of the wolves and got him to run away. First of all,
He's like, I saw you fall up there, but I'm sure you aided behind me.
yeah, I
And
did.
now he's
don't
gonna
even-
go up here, and he's gonna spend like 10 minutes.
I'll
doing
help
this.
him out. I'll help him out.
So-
I'll help him
I'll
too.
be like, poor peasant farmer. I'll help you.
Well, so what I'm kind of ruling is that you two are using your time, let's say 10 minutes, to help this guy. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, so we're helping the dying dude, and while we're helping, he's going off to get sheep.
Yeah, he's gonna go get the sheep, and he's gonna herd them. And while he's herding the sheep, it takes about 10 minutes, but the cart catches up too. It's going pretty slow.
Like I was really afraid of the wolves.
And then let me see.
I'll be like, about time, Alonzo.
Tens. Okay, so and then in about 10 minutes, he actually this farmer brings like all the sheep back, and he herds them up.
Finally, jeez, took him long enough.
He gets all of them. It's pretty fucking.
Shall we move this guy's body on? I asked this to Ascalon. Shall we move this poor proletariat farmer's body onto the
Cart.
cart?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking to Ascalon or you're talking to Alonzo?
I'm talking about Ascalon.
I'm
Okay.
Jack, dude, and I'm big. I'm not like some dwarf. Of course you're gonna ask me. All right, I'll help him. Let's grab him.
Okay,
Okay.
so you grab him, and Alonzo's like, well, that was some fight. I saw it from all the way back there. He was like, as he like kind of looks very frantic. He's like I was trying to steer the cart away from those wolves, but this damn mule just doesn't know right from wrong. And he's like, and he looks at your guy, and he's like, oh, he's like, looks like they did a number on him. And then you guys say anything?
Yeah, he's not doing well. We need to get to the town as
He's
soon
like-
as possible.
He's like, they were lying about those wolf rumors. And he's like, throw him on the cart.
All right, let's move this guy on the cart.
And Michael and I, like, Michael grabs his legs, and I
Throw
grab
him
his
on the
arms, and
cart.
do that little, like, swing back and forth thing. Right?
We just chuck him on the cart.
Just
would be
chuck him
awesome.
on there.
All right. So you guys put him on the cart, and he's laying on top of the like tarp. It's all over the barley.
He's bleeding all over the barley.
Ah, that's good barley, dude. That's not
Eh.
needed. Dude.
Yeah, I mean that's the only spot for him. Anyway, this farmer guy comes over here and he's like, thank you so much. He's like, without you, my brother never would have. My brother would probably have been dead. And he says these wolves are terrorizing Welton. He's like, it's gotten much worse. And he's like, he's like, I'm headed there now. Could you could you walk with me or something like that? He essentially offers or asks if he could go with this wagon, because there's like safety in numbers.
Yeah,
and
I'm
things.
cool with it.
Of course,
join us.
peasant. We shall
Okay.
join you.
Damn, Michael's
Okay.
kind of a dick.
And I'm gonna pull out the fiddle because I sense that there's been kind of a crappy mood all around. I'm gonna try and uplift people's spirit as we
Oh,
get back to the town.
nice. Okay, so you guys are done in this area, I take it, or do you have anything else you want to do here?
Loot the area.
You want to en route? You want to loot the area? I don't quite.
Chris is gonna search every single
Yep,
square on the.
Every square. Is there
Yeah,
anything
Chris pulls
special
out
in
his
there?
metal detector and begins metal detecting.
We'll go
for, like,
on. We'll go on
45
ahead
minutes.
without him.
Yeah,
Chris is-
Michael and I are gonna go ahead.
Yeah, so this map is 150 feet by 150 feet, and it would probably take you 10 hours to loot the whole area, minimum. And that's just to do like a baseline. So if you want to spend 10 hours, you can. Is that what you want to do?
No, I guess we can leave.
Okay. Okay. So yeah,
Bunch of
you guys
bitches.
are making your way. Let me see if I'm supposed to do something. Yeah, so essentially this farmer has asked you for aid heading back to Welton. And then on your way to the village, he starts sharing some stories with you.
Oh god, here we go.
And he's kind of like reminiscing, not necessarily reminiscing, but he's like telling you about the woes of this village. And let's see. Yeah, and he says, oh, these wolves have been getting terrible. But the first sign something out of the ordinary was going on was when the Petersons up on Sporrock Hill had a dozen sheep snatched from inside their barn.
Those
The
damn
boy got
Petersons.
thrashed something awful for failing to close it up. But a week later, the same thing happened, even though old Peterson locked it himself. And he tells you like more of these stories about how like the farms in the area have been like getting attacked, have been like losing sheep in the middle of the night and other types of cattle, and other
Livestock.
Like, there have been like livestock and even like shipments of grain and stuff. So like wheat specifically. And yeah, he also says that there have been like more and more reports of wolf attacks all over the surrounding Welton area.
Are you? I'm gonna ask him. Are you sure that it's the wolves doing this? That the wolves are killing all the livestock and stealing all the barley? I'm kind of surprised that the wolves would steal the barley.
Yeah.
So this old gentleman says, like, this is the first time my flock's been attacked, but it all started with when those rumors of rampant wolf attacks became more prevalent. But he actually, you can make an insight check if you want when he says
Okay.
that.
I'm just gonna roll on my thing since it's quicker.
Yeah,
If you
do
don't
whatever you prefer. I'm rolling in dice for him.
Let me see insight. Ooh, it's pretty good. 15.
You got a 15.
Mhm.
Yeah, So you think that he's telling the
I
truth,
can't-
and
I'm
he
doing
but he can tell
That message.
that you doubt him, and so he
Mhm.
tells you another story, and he's like, he's like a month or so ago, a band of blokes from the village went out to hunt some wolves and track them back to their den, but soon as they were in the darkest part of the woods, they were ambushed. Wasn't there myself, but some of them tell of booming thunder and bursts of fire. Sounds like an old unholy mess to me.
Yeah,
That's what he
those don't
says.
sound like wolves can do that. The
But that's-
thunder and the flames.
But that's
Michael,
what he
you don't
says.
know shit about wolves, okay?
He's like, he's like, all these rumors started about a couple months ago.
What's
Hmm.
changed in the last few months?
Well, that's the thing. Like in the last few months, all these shipments have been stolen, and like all these rumors have.
So no one
have-
new showed up in the town. That's kind of what I mean. Like, there's not some like random new guy. That's
Oh, you ask him
sketchy
that?
and weird. Yeah, like what's has anything changed in the town? Like, to
Yeah.
cause
So will you ask him that? He said, anyone new? No. Let me see. Let me make a roll. Oh shit. And he's like, I can't quite think of anything. Nothing. Nope. Everything's Welton as usual. All we care about's the price of grain and the weather.
Look,
Can I,
peasant. Yeah, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I intimidate? Because I don't think he's telling the truth. Right,
Yeah,
Michael?
I think all of us realize immediately that he's not telling the truth.
Can
So-
I like use like intimidation or something?
So you think so you don't want to incite him, you just want to intimidate him? Yeah, you can intimidate him.
Oh,
Make
I
it
mean,
intimidate.
well, my insight's pretty bad. Can Michael insight again?
Well, like the way you said that made it seem like we didn't have to incite that.
So, just by the way, I don't want to give anything away right now. I'm not trying to do that. But just in general, when I say something like in character or in the story, I'm not trying to like necessarily give you any indication on if they're lying or not. So if I said
Oh,
it
okay.
like he is lying, it's not because I was trying to indicate that. Now, my point is, if I don't want that to influence you though, in terms of your actions.
So
Yeah,
should we...
so in that case, if I didn't think he was lying before, I wouldn't think he's lying now. So I would trust him then.
Yeah, but I can understand if Ascalon still thinks he's lying after he says that. So if you wanna try to
No,
intimidate,
if Samson believes him, then I'm good.
okay. So Ascalon kind of looks at Samson. They both look at each other, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, he's probably telling the truth or something." Okay. Did you guys have any other questions for this guy?
I don't.
So are we in the town right now, or are we?
No, you're
pretty
walking
close?
back. Yeah, you're walking back to Well, not back, but you're walking to Welton. And you're really close. Yeah, you're like near Welton. Actually,
I'm
the
gonna
guy
ask
says,
him
"Oh,
if there were
just be a couple minutes."
any survivors from that raid or the hunters that went out to look for the wolf dens.
You say that specifically.
Yeah, I'm asking
Oh.
him.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, yeah, most of them made it back. Nobody got lost out there, but anyway, now that I remember, there was this one weird fella named Featherrock. He's a halfling, a sort, a bit shorter than your friend there. He says, decent shepherd, but he was hurt real bad in a fight. And the others thought he was dead, but the next morning found him dumped at the Whistly doorstep near the woods.
Hmm.
Says,
Curious.
Poor man ain't been the same since. Tells these weird tales, voices in the night. Cracked in the head, they say.
Can you take us to this man when we arrive in town?
He says, it's the least I could do. At least I could do. And, alright, if
Also,
you guys want...
can you point us to a place where we can get some rest and get some food? We've been traveling long and far and have only had shitty barley to eat.
What's up, man?
It's only
I
been a
say
couple
that audibly, so that Alonzo can hear.
Yeah, Alonso looks at you and he's like, he let me see. Yeah, he hears you and he's like, what feeds the people feeds my pocket, and he like dusts his hands, and he kind of like shirks that comment aside. But in general, just so you know, you've only been traveling for about 3 days from the last town you were in after you saved
So
those
Michael's really
crabs.
just being a bitch for no good reason.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, 3 days? That's a lot of barley to eat. Okay,
And it's
I'm a half elf. I have certain standards for food.
I understand. I understand. And in general, just so you know that I did kind of give you a little backstory before, but this is like a very grassy, like green valley, and it's also like right in the midst of summertime. So there's a lot of like wildlife all over the place and lush like greenery. So it's not like a dead, desolate place that you're traveling.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Uh,
I'm ready to head to the town. I don't have anything else to ask the guy.
Okay.
Ditto.
So yeah, as you make your way to Welton, you get up close to it, and you can tell that Welton sits on the banks of a slow-moving river with gentle hills rising up on each side. The houses and shops are generally made of oak, painted bright white, and many have elaborate carving worked into the eaves. As you move deeper into Welton, you notice many of the people idle in the streets. Unusually heavy traffic and the impact of many hooves has reduced the dirt streets to muddy quagmires in certain places.
Sounds like a real shit.
Charming.
Charming.
Yep. And so that's the exposition there. And the Alonzo, like when you guys get into town, Alonzo, he thanks you and he says, he's like, thanks for the defense back there. If you weren't here, I would have been eaten by those wolves. Luckily, this fine shepherd here was kind enough to use his sheep as a distraction. Ha ha! He like makes a joke about like the.
Oh, you shouldn't laugh
havoc
about
that
that
just
kind of
got
stuff
caused.
because somebody almost died back there.
Oh yeah, and then he like looks back at the guy in his cart and he's like seems fine to me, and he like slaps his wagon.
That's not like slang term, right?
What? A slang
Slap at his
term?
wagon. That's not.
No, it's not a slang term.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second. Let me see. Do I have another thing here? Okay, yeah. I don't have another thing here.
Did he already pay us?
Wait a second. So that's a good question. Samson says, "When are we gonna get paid?" And Alonzo says, he's like, I'll pay you as soon as I get done at Growers Hall. I'm gonna take this barley there, make a transaction, and then I'll meet you at the Shepherd's Crook Inn. Then I'll pay you. I'll pay for your rooms, and then we'll be on our way back.
Okay,
Very
well, you
we
better
trust
watch
you,
your ass.
Do
Alonzo.
we trust him? I give him an hour. I'll tell you that right now. I give him an hour, and then we go hunt his ass down.
Okay.
I don't trust a merchant. All right, you guys.
And so yeah, he tells you to head to the Shepherd's Crook Inn, and when he does that, he said the farmer there, he's like, that's the only inn in town. He's like, it's a fine place to stay for an evening. He's like, there's good people there, and even better mead. And he says that, and he asks for, so he essentially confirms what Alonzo says. And then he asks for help, like if you were kind enough to take his friend to the inn with you.
Yeah, we'll take him.
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll bear his friend to the end.
But shouldn't we bring him home? I'm sure his wife or husband
Wait,
or
where's the doctor?
children
Where's
are
the
worried.
doctor that we can probably at the end, huh?
Yeah.
Somewhere
So
in town.
he says he said so. What this farmer says is he's like. Well, the last man, he says, remember that story I told you of
Yeah, the midget
Heather?
not
Yeah.
dying.
The cri-
Yeah, he's
the
like
midget.
Halfling.
he's
Half-Life,
like-
sorry.
he's like normally he actually says sorry, let me find it. Okay, yeah, he's like normally Father Merrickson's the one who takes care of all the injured, and he's probably at the inn right now with Feather. Can't even remember that fucking guy's name.
Featherwolf?
Yeah, Featherleaf.
Fuck, did you write this
Featherleaf.
shit down, Michael?
Huh? Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't remember his name either.
I know his name. Feather Rock. There we go. I know his name.
You're all wrong. Okay.
I have it written down. It's just I haven't gotten to it yet in my notes, and it was in a separate section of another thing I was looking at. So I was like trying to scroll.
Yeah, sure it was.
But yeah. So he says Father Merrickson's the one who's been taking care of Feather Rock, and he's probably at the end right now. Okay, so you guys go to the inn. You take him to the inn with this farmer man. Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
Well, yep.
Okay.
Our what's his name's gotta take a shit.
Oh, this looks
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah, and he says he'll meet you. Yeah, you like that picture? That's just for Michael.
Oh my god, look how big these guys are.
34 feet tall, sitting down.
All right, I changed the music. So there. When you guys move up to the Shepherd's Crook, you see that this ancient-looking inn is one of the largest buildings in the village. Sitting opposite to both Growers Hall and Fleecer's Hall, it is a traditional inn with a common room at the front, a private dining room, meeting room in the back, and guest rooms upstairs. Currently crowded, you see small groups of young men and women nurse their drinks and mostly stay quiet. Separately, and weathered shepherds in woolen cloaks smoke long stiff pipes while drinking cider and muttering amongst themselves. And so that's the description. That's short description of that.
Nice.
Exposition.
Sounds like a nice place. Looks like a nice. What am I saying? Looks
Do we
like a
see
nice.
Father Marison or
Right. And so when you guys like carry this injured man in, the farmer comes in and he says, "Help! Help!" And there's like a bunch of people, and everybody kind of like looks at you for a second, but then there's you look over towards the like center of the main room, and there's a dwarven woman who's like standing behind the bar, and she kind of like looks right towards you, and she moves out from behind the bar, and she kind of like rushes over and says, "Blaneth, Blaneth," and this guy runs out from the kitchen. He's like, "Get these men upstairs ASAP." Well, you know what I mean. And this like dwarven man runs out of the kitchen. And he's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "Not another one!" And he's like, hand him over here." And he like kind of holds his arms out, expecting you to drop this farmer in them.
This guy's jacked, apparently. Okay.
Yeah, this guy has
I'll
like a
drop him.
black. This dwarven man has like a thick black beard, and as you like drop him in Blandith's arms, you can see him kind of like flex and ripple, but it's like no big deal at all. And he like carries him upstairs, in his arms by himself.
Damn.
Oh, before he leaves, I'm gonna ask him where Feather Rock is. He's like, "Is there a Feather Rock here?"
So when you say that, the dwarven woman says Feather Rock. Oh, wait a second. Let me this part. She says, "Yes, he's here. Why do you ask?"
Oh, we someone told us that he is perhaps troubled, and we're just here to help the town. As you can see, I am your neighborhood bard. No ulterior motives here.
So when you do that, she you see that she kind of like gives you the stink eye, and
Damn.
she looks you up and down, and she's like yes. She's like, I could show you to him, but he's been through a terrible ordeal. I'm really bad at female voices, by the way, so this is a woman, but I'm not gonna attempt to do a woman voice.
Do it, come on.
She says the least I could do is get you a round for saving this poor soul of a fate far too dire.
Yes. Could I have an avian water, please?
And she says, we don't serve that here. We only have the finest wheat ale.
What about? Could I just have some hot water with some mint in it?
She's like, I think I can do that.
Yeah,
And
Michael's
she, like,
definitely
goes
good.
back to her bar, and she's like, can I get anything for you for the others?
Oh, they don't want anything, I'm sure.
I do. I want water, bro.
Yeah, I'll take a water and some food.
All right.
We're all drinking water.
So Lenore runs back to her bar, and later a human winch comes to you, and she's got these big fat titties, and she like gives you all what you
Go into
ordered.
great detail about the size and shape of her boobs.
Nope, that's all I'm gonna say.
Damn.
Yeah, and oh wait, yeah, and by the way, there's a shitload of people in the inn right now. Like it's super fucking crowded. It is really hard to find a table. You guys have to sit at the end. Like the only spot that you can find, are the ones available at the edges of tables that are already occupied.
And we stand
gonna-
by the door.
Is there an upstairs area? Where do they take the other dude?
Yeah, so they took him upstairs. There's rooms upstairs. And right now you're in this main room, but there's also like a meeting room in the back that you can tell, and it seems to be occupied right now too. Yeah, you can just tell that.
Let's
it's
go into the meeting
occupied.
room and see who's in there.
Do you want to inspect? You want to go? So while we're in the bar, by the way, I'm gonna count this as like kind of downtime. But if you guys want to each do something different, you can let me know, and I'll run through it individually. Or if you guys want to do something as a group, you can let me know.
I'm cool
and
with
I'll-
doing that as a group.
Okay.
What's the mood of the bar? Like, is people pretty happy? Pretty
Yeah. So there are like a bunch of young men and women all like sitting around, kind of just like drinking and chit chatting. And those are like the young ones. But then there are a couple of groups of like old looking like grizzly dudes who are like kind of chit chatting about like
Hi,
the
who's
pri-
home, huh?
you- make a perception check, actually, Michael.
20 unnatural.
You got an actual 20. So
No, unnatural 20.
you still got a 20. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So the old looking dudes, you can tell that their cloaks that they're wearing are like made of wool, like really fine wool, and they're all. You can actually overhear a couple of them. They're chit chatting about the prices of grain, and you even hear one of them say that like this is he's like, this is a drastic time to be a shepherd. He's like, of course, it all started when that sorcerer, Father Merrickson's brother, up and disappeared. Not that I'd hear a word against him, course, but makes you think, don't it?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Does
and you hear
I'm
that
gonna
from one of
I'm
the
gonna
shepherds.
kind of tell the other two what I heard, or just like this. It's like, should we find? Was the dwarf Father Merrickson that grabbed him, or no?
No, that was you heard the female dwarf Lenore say that
Uh-huh.
was Blaneth.
Okay, so I don't know. What do you guys think?
Should I go? Should I try and go find Father Merrick? Or
Yeah,
do
but I
we
don't know.
good
I don't know if we would be intruding on their. And I'm whispering this, so I don't know if we'd be intruding on.
Dude, just tell him we want to make sure
He's
the guy we
upstairs.
saved is okay,
Okay, so like.
right?
play it
Okay.
Cool.
You go do that. We'll hang around this area.
Okay,
Like,
I'll go
Chris
do
goes
it.
to the- Yeah, you go talk, Chris. You're a dwarf.
Okay.
There's a lot of dwarves.
My people.
Oh, by the way, yeah, in terms of human
What about-
population, you can tell just by, if since you guys mentioned it, you can tell that in general most of the people here are human. There are a few dwarves, but the only ones that you've seen really so far have been the two the cook, the guy who came from the kitchen, and the person from behind the bar. And then, sorry, there's something really weird happening with the volume right now in my
Who's my-
headset.
Is it the
Is that-
somebody's like crinkling their mic? It sounds like Michael. I think that's you. Is that what you mean?
Crinkling a mic?
Yeah, it's bugging
Like
me,
rubbing
sorry.
rubbing something over your mic? It sounded like, I don't know.
I don't have a mic. It's just on my laptop.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Okay. But anyway, and so
it
in
better?
general, in terms of population, it's like 90% human, like 8% halfling, because there are more halflings sproused about the crowd, and then there's like 2% dwarfs.
Okay.
So in terms of distribution, and you
Okay.
don't see any elves except for Michael. I mean,
Like standing out like a sore thumb.
Samson Goodbody.
Yeah.
Actually, Samson, you notice with your like natural 20 on that too, or well, unnatural 20, that you are the tallest person in the room.
Ooh, wonderful.
Okay, and then so you guys had formulated a plan for
Me,
Gargnak,
Bragnak.
Gragnak to go check out the meeting room. Is that it?
Yeah.
I didn't understand
To
that.
go wherever.
No,
No,
he's
wherever
going-
they took the
going
dude when
there.
we came in.
Okay, tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're doing.
I'm going to find the dude that was hurt that they took away while we were.
Oh, okay.
When
So
we
yeah,
came in.
you saw where Blaneth took him upstairs.
Yep.
And you want to go upstairs? Is that accurate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you wander upstairs, and there's a lot of people, and nobody really notices you as you slip away from the table.
Uh-huh.
And you go upstairs, and there's actually like a hallway as you hit the top of the stairs, and there's 3 rooms on each side of the hallway, and
So-
the doors are shut.
So I have to open the doors to find out where they went.
I don't know. I mean, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll check the first door and see if that's where they went.
Which door? The one on the left or the one on the right?
Let's go right first.
Okay. So when you do that, holy shit. You
Holy
open the
shit.
door. Yeah. I rolled a d6 to see if the room you picked was the one that the guy was in, and it was the room. It was the room. It was
Nice.
the one that you.
So
you know,
good.
116. So when you open the door, you can tell that this room is a small but well appointed with fresh flowers on the dresser. A halfling lies in bed, white-faced and soaked in his own sweat. His left arm is bandaged, as well as his right leg. And like when you open the door, do you like how do you do? You just open it.
Yep. Open it.
And then when you do that, the halfling on the bed says, "Merrickson is." He's like, "Merrickson, is that you?"
No, it's not me.
You just say, you go in there and say, "No, it's not me."
No, it's not.
And he says, "Ah,
Erickson.
they've come for me!" And he starts to like scream, and he's like, "Ah, not again!"
Okay, I try and restrain him and just tell him like, "Hey, I'm the dude that saved you when the wolves attacked."
Dude,
So
that's
you-
not the same guy. That's
Chris is making things much
Wait,
worse.
who's the guy? Who's?
This is the
He's
halfling,
the-
the guy that originally got attacked.
Did you not hear my?
Oh,
exposition?
okay. No, sorry, I forgot.
He's
I
just
thought.
a dim-witted.
Okay, so I tell him like, "No, I'm here to try and figure out who's attacking the village."
He's like, ah, he's like, ah, he's like, "They come in the night." And oh wait a second. He says, "Attack." He's like, "Attack the village." He's like, "Who told you?"
The dude.
And he's like, he like tries to get up, but he can't because his leg is actually, let me see. Oh no, yeah, he gets up and he like regains his composure and he's like, he said somebody told you my story?"
Yeah, somebody told me what was happening to the village, and I wanted to come talk to you to see if I could find out more.
He's like, "You listen to me? You want to hear my story?"
Yeah,
I have
bro.
a bad feeling about this.
All right. So
Let's get back to that Rick and Morty episode.
so yeah, he tells you about his story, and he says he's like I went into the woods with a posse of other sheepsmen, and he says, but I was attacked and bitten badly. He's like, all the men, they trampled over me as they fled. He's like, oh, it was terrible. He's like, have you ever been in a situation like that where you were so afraid that you were trampled, you thought you would die? He asked you that.
No, I've never been in that kind of situation. Oh well, no wait. I'm in that kind of situation every day, dude. I'm a dwarf, okay?
You say that, and he's like, oh, finally, like mind. He's like, it's the worst. I never want to feel it that weak again. And he says, I can't remember much. I was in and out of consciousness, but I remember gruff, angry voices in the darkness as my ankles were being gripped. Piercing.
Okay, well then it wasn't wolves.
And he's like, we were trying to hunt wolves, but I can't remember it. It's just all black.
Damn, something probably.
He's like, yes, we found the wolves and they attacked us. That's what I remember. But after I was bitten, I can't remember anything.
Hmm.
And he says, you don't think I'm crazy, do you?
Nah, of course not, man.
You say that.
Yeah.
He says, there is one more thing think I can remember.
Yeah, what's that?
Says, but you'll never believe me. You won't believe me.
No, I'll believe you. You can tell me anything you need. A short
Okay.
brother's got to stick together.
And he says, after those wolves attacked me and I was trampled, he said, I could hear them arguing whether or not they should eat me. They
Hmm.
were talking.
The wolves were talking. Interesting.
He says, yes. He says, but that was terrible. He says, he says, I remember. It's awful. And he just starts to like freak out, and then he like gets in the fetal position or the beetle position, whatever you
Mhm.
prefer, and he starts like rocking back and forth, and he's like, ah.
Okay, well, thanks for the info. I'm gonna head back to my group. You got
right.
anything?
As he's doing this upstairs, can we check out the meeting to see if there's anyone unique there?
Okay, yeah. So while Gargnok is doing that upstairs with Feather Rock, does Alaz Azkalan want to go in with Samson, or is it just Samson?
You want to come? Ascalon?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll kind of like hang outside though, so I'm like kind of by the door.
Oh,
But
is it
I'm
a
listening.
separate room or?
Yeah, it's a separate room. So like, look at this picture right here. This is not the actual inn, but I'm gonna use it as reference.
Yeah.
So think about you see behind the bar. Think of that as
Yeah.
like the kitchen, and then think of the room to the right as like there's a staircase in the room to the right, and then in the room to the left there's like a meeting room, and that is
Oh,
like
okay. So there's no like closed door though, right?
no, yeah, you
Okay,
can,
so
you
I'm
can
kind of
technically
just
see that.
I'm there. I'm standing in this doorway, but I'm letting Samson kind of lead it. I'm listening, watch.
All right, so Samson's
Yeah.
leading the way to the door. Okay, let me read the exposition. I fucking love exposition. It's my favorite.
Fucking love exposition.
Love being
Yeah,
motivated.
okay.
Love it, love it, love it.
Okay, so as you guys approach, you hear like raised voices, and you can tell that the voices coming from this room are like louder than that in the general area. And as you get even closer, and you can like get within visual reference, the meeting, you can tell the meeting is being held in a plain room centered around a large wooden table with 8 chairs set around it. So there's 8 chairs. 5 of the chairs are filled with human men, 1 by a human woman, and 2 by halflings, 1 male and 1 female. So there are 8 people, 1 in each chair.
Okay.
And that's like before you get there.
They
So
play D&D.
maybe you gotta go in to find
Gotta
out.
find out. Ooh.
Are you just walking
Wait,
in,
you
or
said
did
there's
you
an
wanna...
empty chair?
No, there's no empty chairs. They're all 8
Oh.
8 filled chairs.
Yeah, it's 8 and 8.
What's their reaction when they see me come in?
So you walk in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So yeah, as you walk in the room, you see a human male that's dressed in priestly robes and a male halfling, and they're both arguing bitterly. You can tell that like the halfling is very angry and the human is very like calm but stern. And generally what they're arguing about is whether so the halfling is like we can't miss a shipment. If we miss a shipment, that means we'll lose confidence, and then our town will be in ruins. And then the human male says, Tellus, calm yourself. He's like, with these recent terrors and tragedies, we have to use that food to feed the people. We can't just make money, or else everyone will starve. He says, what good is profits without anybody to share them with? And so that you overhear that conversation, and then that's as you walk in, and then as Samson walks in even more, the short halfling, who the tall, the human guy referred to as Tillus, he like stops all of a sudden, and he just stares right at Samson, and he says, "What's the meaning of this?" And he says, "This is a private meeting." He's like, "How is the town supposed to defend itself if we keep getting interrupted like this?" And he's like looking right at you, and everybody kind of quiets down when he directs his wrath towards you.
Ooh, careful, buddy.
Good folk. What's the name of the town again?
Welton.
Well, yeah.
Welton. good folks of Welton. I am Samson Goodbody. Me and my associate here, we were just transporting some barley to your esteemed town, and we overheard some of the challenges you have been dealing with these wolves. And we're just trying to help. I hope you don't misconstrue this interruption as anything else besides good-natured heterosexual men trying to help your town out.
Good save.
So-
Good save.
Okay.
I
so-
like give Aslan like a wink.
They have no idea, Michael.
They have no idea.
So when you say that that you're there to help, the look on his face instantly goes from like angry vitriol to like it turns into a smile, and he's got this big thick ass mustache, and it's like one of those ones that you can twirl, and so his eyes like brighten up, and he kind of like smiles and then grabs his mustache and he twirls it. He says, "Here to help, you don't say." And he says, "You must have heard about our contract." He's like, "We put it out." What else did he say? He's like, yes, the contract is what must be the reason you're here. Let me see if
Wait,
Yeah.
do we know about this contract or?
you have not been told about it yet.
Okay.
Not from anybody, but it depends. Technically, yeah, you have not been told about it yet.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll
But
just go
yeah.
along with it.
so he's like, of course. He's like, money always attracts adventurers, and he kind of like does this thing with his thumbs where he like taps or not thumbs, but his whole hands where he taps them together, like greedily, kind of. And he pulls out this piece of paper, and on it, it's got a contract, and it says like contract for the destruction of the Welton Wolf Pack, is what it says. And then below that, it says offering 800 gold to anyone who can wipe out these wolves.
Oh, good sir. No contract. I will not be signing a contract, but I am here simply for the well-being of the town. No payment needed for me.
Oh, you say that? And
Yeah.
he says, even better. He's like, I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot. He's like, these are trying times indeed. And let me see. Yeah, and he says, and then like when he says that, the priestly man looking guy, he says to the priestly man, he's like, you hear that, Merrickson? He's like, I told you the reward would attract good-minded Samaritans. And the man in priestly robes is like, he kind of like puts his hand in his face, and he's like, yes, I have to say you are right this time. And then they kind of like both invite you in. They invite you specifically in, and they say, bring your friend. And they're talking to, they point at Azkalan.
Azkalan.
Yeah, they point and they say, please join us. And they're like, let us discuss our troubles.
Very well, very well.
You guys
Perhaps
walk in
we
the
can
room.
have some chairs brought in.
I stay
Yeah.
standing.
Yeah, so he when you say that, he says, Of course. And he points to one of the other people sitting down, and he goes out and he gets there's like a human male, and he gets up and he goes gets the two chairs, and he brings them in. And like puts them right and they make space for you. Do you want to
Okay.
ask him questions or you say get
As
some
Kawan, you're not there, or
No,
right
I'm in
now
the room. I'm just not sitting down. I'm standing.
okay.
you're like
Oh, okay.
leaning up against the door or like the door frame or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Like a badass. I get it.
like a badass. My turn. Here we go.
And just for reference, Grognok, the whole thing that you did with Featherrock is going on right now.
Okay, yeah, I figured.
So
yeah,
are you gonna-
question.
you have any questions for them?
Well, I'd love to know who you are. Perhaps you can introduce yourselves to me and tell
Yeah,
me what your troubles have been.
So as you walk in and you say that, he says, "Of course," and he like reaches out his hand and he wants you to shake it, and he says, "I am Telius Marion." He's like, "I what is he? Make sure I know. He says, I'm the one to know around here." He says, if it wasn't, if it, he says, if you need anything bought or sold in this town," he's like, "I'm your man. But right now we're dealing with more than we can handle." And so he shakes your hand. Oh, he holds his hand out.
I'll shake his
Wants you
hand.
to
I'll shake his hand.
All right, and yeah, he hobbles over you. He's a little older for a halfling, but he still makes it over there. And he shakes your hand even though you're so tall. You kind of have to bend down. And then he walks over to Azkalan too and does the same thing.
I'll shake his hand.
Yeah, and he's like, "Of course." He's like, every deal starts with a shake of a hand. And then do you guys want him to tell you about the deal? Okay, yeah, you guys want him to tell about it.
Yeah, about the deal and what we're like hunting.
Yeah.
At least what he knows about it, I guess.
So he tells you, he actually confirms some of the same stories that you already heard about, like wolves in the area. And he says that the wolves have been attacking in an unusually effective way, and such as like ambushing shepherds as they move their flock, and even like opening gates and pulling down fences. So like things that you wouldn't expect wolves to do, and they don't have any like confirmation from it, but it's like there's an overwhelming source of like these rumors, and there's like a real evidence that it's harming the town, and that he also tells you that like ever since these wolves attack have started, people have been moving out of their farms and into town, or taking what had already been grown of their wheat fields and trying to go to other towns to sell it, and not worrying because they're so afraid for their lives. So essentially, people are abandoning their farms
It
out
seems
of
like
fear.
someone doesn't want this town to survive.
Yeah, but they're all, and a lot of the farmers are risking bankruptcy just out of fear for their lives.
And Mr. Tilius, is that correct? Am I saying your name correct?
He's like, very good, sir. And
What is your role in the town exactly?
he's like, you could call me the mayor. He says it like that.
Like a
Ah.
banker, dude. I don't trust.
And have you? We heard from the farmer that you attempted to fight these wolves. We're trying to locate these wolves. Is that correct?
Yeah, he confirms that. He just shakes it. He like does a quick jost of his head. He like shakes it real fast. He says, "Yes." He's like, "This council organized a posse of men to go hunt those wolves down. They were attacked and driven out of the woods."
By
like-
by the wolves.
He's like, "That's what they said." Yes. He's like, "Yes."
Why didn't he go with? Why didn't you go with?
He's like, "I'm but a mere shepherd." He's like, "My brain is." He's like, "I'm very preoccupied here in the village. My suggestion was to find adventurers that could handle these wolves instead of sending peasants to do adventurers' work."
Sounds like a coward, right, Michael?
Is he? Does he have it? What kind of? How is he dressed? Is he dressed as just like a peasant person? Does he have any kind
Yeah.
of weapons at all, or?
So he doesn't have any weapons, but he has he does have like finer clothes than like a shepherd, but he also has this what is it? He's got this like tuft of wool tied to his vest that kind of looks like a medallion, but it's made out of wool. It's like wool and leather. And you'll notice that there's a select few of people. Actually, Michael, make a perception check. You asked that.
You guys have a lot of wool here, don't you?
Oh, Michael, make a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I said that and I must have.
18.
You got an 18. So as you are looking him up, or looking up and down him, you see around that about half the room here has that same badge on there, made out of wool on there, but his is more elaborate, and it has
And did the farmer have that or no?
no, that farmer didn't have it.
I'm gonna ask him about that badge. I'm gonna be like, "That's I just noticed you guys all have this interesting wool badge."
Wait. Did you say the farmer? You mean the farmer from before?
Yeah.
The one that you saved that was awake? Yeah,
Well,
he
just-
did have. Yeah, he did have one. Yeah.
Oh,
you-
okay.
with the 18, you were been pretty perceptive the whole time. Yeah, you saw that on him.
Yeah, but I'll ask him about it.
Yeah, he says, this here. He says, this is the fleeces, fleeces thing. Yeah, he's like, this is the fleecers union badge. He's like, if you're a shepherd in these parts, and you wanna be part of our guild, you gotta pay the dues. And this is, and he pretty much tells you that that's a badge from their guild. And you notice that he also has a badge from the other guild too. It's got like a wheat flour on it. And then you'll notice that the other half of the people in this, actually not the other half, but the other three, have wheat flowers, but they look a little less prominent. That one too.
Real quick, Michael, the picture you linked looked like a fucking male prostitute.
Oh, that's me. That's me, except for I have dark hair.
Okay. Yeah, so you're definitely a male prostitute looking guy who caters to.
That's the vibe. That's the vibe I want to go for.
Okay, you nailed it. You definitely nailed it.
I like it, Michael. Looks good.
Yeah, looks.
Um,
Prostitute is the first thing I thought, but okay.
I'm gonna look over at Azkalan. Perhaps you can give me. We'll be right back. I would love to discuss something with my partner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to him. I'm
Okay,
gonna-
that's fine. You want
yeah,
to
and I'm-
confer by yourself? He's like, sure. He's like, we'll continue the
Yeah.
meeting. Feel free to rejoin us at your leisure.
Thank you,
That was
sir.
a real
Tilly.
NPC line right there.
Was it?
Yeah, like you just like walk away and they're like, basically, we'll be doing this for
We'll
the
still be
eternity until you come finish the conversation.
They will not be doing it for eternity. Trust me. I don't. I don't do that.
So Azkalan, what do you think about this guy? Something
I
something's
don't trust
fishy
him.
about him.
He's a little, yeah. He seems like he has a lot to gain from the town going to shit. You know.
Yeah. What do you think? Should we go find Grognak? Should we find more information from these guys?
Do you think we'll get anything more out of these guys? I don't think we will.
By the way, now that it's been probably about 10 minutes since both of you guys were doing your shit, and if Grognak wants to come downstairs, he can. If he wants to stay up there too, that's cool. But just saying.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hearing what Phil has or Azkalan has to say, I'm gonna walk back to Tilius and be like, well, I think you've given us plenty of information. Perhaps you can point on where the last scouting party went, so that we may have some basic information about
Yeah, good
the
starting
attacks.
point.
So yeah, when you walk up to him and ask him that, he does like a little nod of his head and he goes, and then right when he does that, he like looks over at one of the other guys sitting down, and this is like a bald but like slim kind of man. He's like slim, but he's like, how to phrase it? He's like built, but he's lean. That's the word I'm looking for, not
Yeah,
scrawny.
okay.
And he walks over and he says, yes. He gets up and he's like, yes. And he walks over to you and he says, my name is Coral. And he tries to shake your hand too. And you'll notice that he also has one of the pins that is the tuft of wool, the same one but smaller.
And
than
he also
Tullius.
just came out of the bathroom. Don't want to shake his hand. Be on it.
And he introduces himself as Coral of the Fleecers Guild. And he's like, I'm happy to answer your questions. I've been here in Wilton for my whole life. He's like, I know the local environment better than anyone. He's like, feel free to ask anything you
Coral,
have.
did you go out to find the wolves?
He says, no. But when he says that, he's like, oh, the only person that came back that knows anything about that is Feather Rock. It's like all the other men were just random people. He doesn't say it like that,
But he can point out on the map where they
he
went.
said, oh yeah, he says yes. He says of course. He says I have all the details on that attack, and he kind of like pulls out like some papers, and he's like, this is all the information that I recall, and he kind of like tells you, he kind of goes over it with you and says this is where they attacked, and this is where he said that it was in the western woods, west of town.
Okay. Well,
That
very
was where
well
the
told.
reports came from. But he
Um,
says I'm more than he's like I'm more than happy to help you in any way that I can. He's like, how would you track these wolves?
Well, I would need to confer with my colleagues. Perhaps we can somehow lure them out and follow them. I'm just talking. We'll figure something out. But if we need something, we'll come back. What's a good place to find Tilius? Where in town does he live?
We need his business card.
He actually says, so you ask him for like general directions around town and like where
Sorry.
people's houses
You
are
guys hear
and
me?
stuff like that.
Yeah, we can hear you.
But you asked him for like general directions around town and like where people
Yeah,
live.
I'll just be like, where if we need more information, where can we?
So
find
in
you.
his bag, the same one that he pulled other stuff out of, you see that he's got like a bunch of scrolls popping out of it, and he actually reaches in and he says, he's like, if you wanted a map, he's like, I can provide, and he let me see, can I give this to you, Michael? Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay.
Can you?
yeah. There, I gave you a map. Oh, can I make everybody view it?
Yeah.
No
Because
idea.
I would show them.
There you go. Did you guys see that on your screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's the map of Welton.
Okay. Very very well. So I think I'll go meet back with the rest of them now.
So you mean you're gonna leave the meeting room? Is that the case, or?
Yeah.
you're-
Well, I'm gonna go back to Azkaban. Be like, do you have any more questions you want to ask, or?
Okay. And when Samson was speaking with Coral, there's actually a person, or as you meet up with Azclon, another man approaches you, and it's that tall priestly man. And he actually comes over to you, and he's like, this is a godsend, truly magnificent. The magnificence of Palor surrounds us. And he comes over and he says, thank you for agreeing to aid our village. He says, but I have one other thing to ask of you. And he says, my name is, they call me Father Merrickson, but please call me, what's his name?
He's human, right? Or is he also a
Yeah,
halfling?
he's human, but he says, please
Okay.
call me Johann.
Okay, we can call you that.
But he says, when he's asking you about this, he says, my brother. He said he's been gone for months, and it was all around the time this started. I fear for the worst. He says, my brother Alexei. I knew he was brash, but I never thought anything like this would happen. He says that. He says, please could you find my brother? I fear he's in the woods, either lost or dead.
I nod and be like, well, and I give him my condolences. Be like, well, if we find him, we'll keep an eye out for him.
Okay, yeah, that's all I can ask. And then he thanks you like profusely. He's like, thank you. He's like, our village truly depends on you. And he bows to you.
Okay, I kind of give like a half bow back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I go back to Ascalon, and I'm guessing at this point, what's his face is back too. Grognak, right?
Grognak, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have walked in at any time. I assume
Yeah.
that's I kind of opened the door for that. I don't know.
So I sort of in a corner away from, or trying to do our best away from the rest of everyone. Be like, so what do you guys think? What should we what's the play here?
Am I with you guys now?
If
Yeah,
you want to be,
okay.
yeah.
Well, I was just making sure I came back or whatever.
Yeah, what's the play, guys?
I'm cool for being hired and going into the woods and killing everything. Figure out what's going
Yeah.
on.
I'm sure they show you Grognak the contract of this like 800 GP.
Yeah,
thing,
I was assuming they just caught me up with everything.
even though
We don't have
even
to-
though Samson said he didn't wanted to do it for the money.
Yeah,
down
I
for the
come
money.
from money, okay?
I'll do it for the.
I mean, realistically, nobody knows about it except for Samson because you haven't been told about it.
I'll let them know. I'll let them know.
Yeah, I just assumed that like when we got together we caught up. So we weren't
But,
sitting here talking about it over again.
But there's something fishy here, I think. Something
agree.
strange is
I agree, but I think we should get to the bottom of it.
I think we should-
Did you find Mr. Featherrock?
Yeah, and he's crazy.
He's crazy.
And there's something definitely not just wolves in the woods. I'll tell you that. I don't know what it is. He didn't see it, but he heard it talking, and I don't know a lot of wolves that talk, so.
What if we had what if we requested a ransom, like a hostage? I mean, so one person from their group that's paying us comes with us on.
We're gonna take them hostage?
No, a hostage in the sense that's like, not in like, oh, if anything else, we're gonna kill you, but like, one of the merchant guild, right? The Fleecers
Mhm.
Guild, right?
Fleecers Guild, yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of them has to accompany us, so that way we know. You see what I'm saying? Because they know the area, good for us, and something's going on. So this is kind of a way of us covering our ass.
Yeah.
Or do you
What
not wanna
do
do
you
that?
think the Fleecers Guild is somehow in on this somehow?
I think something's going on in this town, and I think oh shit, what's his name? The mayor's name. I think he knows more than he's leading on.
Do you think we should maybe snoop around a little bit more?
I'd be okay with that before we leave. I'm assuming we're probably gonna like stay the night here before we head out in the morning.
Yeah, what time is it?
You guys got to town around let's just call it 3 in the afternoon. So like mid-afternoon.
We got a little time to
And-
do some snooping, get some food.
And yeah,
Yeah,
in
who's
general-
good at snooping here, by the way?
in
No,
general, we'll
me.
say you spent around like an hour in this bar already, or let's just call it 2, because you've been talking with people, and that probably
Yeah.
took.
Wait, did the other guy come back?
Which guy?
Our merchant guy that was gonna pay us 10.
We have to
gold
go find him and kill him.
Where are you guys now?
We're at the bar still.
You're still at the bar.
Place we're supposed to
Yeah.
meet.
So yeah, as you guys are talking about what to do, Alonzo actually comes through the door, and it was Alonzo, right? I would've-
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Alonzo comes through the door, and he's got this like fat sack of coins, and he's like, and he spots you, and he like points right at you, and he's like, "My man."
My
He
man.
says the halfling equivalent to that. He's like, "Gentlemen, gentlemen." He's like, "A job well done," and he slams this bag of gold onto the table right in front of you, and he says,
Nice,
"There you
that's how
go."
they do business.
And he says, there might even be a little bonus in there for you for such a good job.
I like the way you do business. That's what I say to him.
And inside, you guys get a bag of it's 33 gold.
33 gold.
Ooh,
huh?
we got a tip. Hey Alonzo, what have you been doing business with this town for a long time?
Yeah, he tells you. Alonso's like, he's like, I forgot how to do his voice. There's too many fucking voices in this one.
Do whatever voice you want, man.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, I've been doing business here. I've been taking grain from that other town, barley, bringing it here. But while I was at that growers hall, I found out that they're in such a rush to make their normal shipments that I got paid to. I signed a contract to take some wheat from here back to the village we just came from.
Noise.
And that's Waterdeep. So you guys came from, we'll call it Waterdeep.
Yeah.
She's like,
What,
yeah. He's like, this
what-
is
what-
lucrative for me.
What do you know about the Fleecers Guild here?
And he says, my God, it sounds like somebody's jerking off. What the
Yeah, I
heck?
don't know what that is.
Ah,
Is it
Michael,
me? I'm not
probably.
jerking off. I promise you, I'm not jerking off.
Michael,
You like
what do you know
bouncing
about
your
the Fleecers
laptop or
Guild?
something?
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm not
Hmm.
moving.
Weird.
I am like playing with my headphone, but
I think that
that's
might
about
be it.
Sorry,
How could
Michael.
that be it?
I
It's
don't know.
really
I'm just
loud.
saying. Play with it right now.
I'm playing with it right now.
Now stop.
That's it.
Now stop doing it. Now talk.
Hello, hello, hello.
I don't know. It's still
Alright,
doing it.
It's fine. It's fine. Sorry, I didn't mean to get distracted. But anyway, yeah. So you say, what do you know of the
What'd you say,
Fleecers
Ben?
Guild here in this
Yeah,
town?
what's like the reputation of the Fleecers Guild here?
He says, oh, the best wool comes from this town, the best wool in the area. They've been sheep herding for as many years as I can remember.
Hmm.
And he says, actually, business has gotten better in recent time. He's like,
How?
but he-
Why? But with the wolves.
Yeah.
well, he says like not just in the past 3 months, but he means over the past couple of years. Because like the ability to trade with his towns got better, they started to export more goods to like the surrounding cities and make more trade contracts. So it's been more lucrative for people selling and buying. So for both farmers and merchants.
Nice.
And yeah, he says until the recent trouble, there really hasn't been, like, Welton has been an actually pretty peaceful place and a pretty like booming place. Like it's growing. It had normally been growing.
We got to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, we just met Tilius, who says he's the mayor. What? Have you met that guy before?
He says, yes, of course. He's like, if it wasn't for Mayor Tilius, I wouldn't have been able to get such lucrative trade contracts. He says, shipments are made like clockwork. I always get paid on time, and I always have something to transport.
So you trust him? You think he's a good person, trustworthy person?
He says, I trust him with my daughter.
Ugh, what a weirdo.
Do you have a daughter?
And no, he's like, it's just a halfling expression.
This guy's a fucking pervert.
Yeah, I was gonna say Michael's more into sons. If you got them.
Do you have any sons, by the
Do you
way?
have any sons?
He says,
You may lay with my son. Thanks, Pop Pop.
Thanks, Pop Pop.
the life of a traveling merchant isn't one of family.
I know what you mean.
He says, the only family I have left is far to the north, in the Red Rocky Mountains.
Well, let's go there and meet your family.
Yeah, let's go there and yeah, meet your family. Screw this other mission that we were going
Is
on.
he expecting us to go with him back to Waterdeep, or no?
Did you ask him that?
We're asking you that.
Are you expecting us to go with
Yeah.
you?
Well, was that part of the contract, or?
No, I wasn't. Just here. in
No,
my back.
that wasn't part of the contract. But he says, now that you mention it, he said, you did such a good job. He's like, I'll probably need some more protection with those wolves out and about. I don't want to be I don't want this to be my last trip here. No siree.
All right. Well, if we can finish this mission and then take you back.
Yeah.
He's like, it's gonna take me a while to get this cart of wheat ready to go. At least a couple of days.
Or
Very
guys.
well. Very well.
He says, if you're free in a couple of days, I'd love to contract you again. You've been great.
Thank you. See ya.
We could
Okay.
just
I
chill
don't want
out
that guy to leave.
for a couple of days and then just go with him back and then make some money. We don't have to
true.
find these wolves,
That's
right?
true. We don't have to find these wolves.
Then like everything Tyler's done has been for naught.
No, I mean he did this.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
doubt
Choice,
this is the
alright.
point where Tyler was like, yeah, they're gonna want to turn around and go back to the other town with this guy.
My guy's just gonna get this swankiest room in the place and just spend his money on hooker and booze for the next 3 days, Tyler. Okay.
right.
Male hookers or female hookers?
Female hookers.
If they're
like-
male hookers, Michael goes halvesies.
Dude, I gotta contact our HR guy. The whole trip has just been sexual advance after sexual advance. with this guy.
Mm-hmm. Fucking Michael, you pervert.
It's inappropriate.
Okay, so what should we do? I still don't trust this Tilius guy.
I agree. I don't trust him
I-
either. I don't
If
trust
I
the guild.
wasn't more noble, I would break into his house. But I'm good.
I'm
at
too big and bulky because I'm a dwarf, so I don't want to do
I'll
it.
break
either.
into his house.
All right, Phil will break into his house.
I got +2.
I say we take that contract and go kill whatever we need to kill in the forest.
Are we gonna go tonight, or we should probably wait
Until the morning because then we can see with our
Okay.
eyes.
Well, what shall we do until then?
Oh, I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Also, by the way, I don't know if you guys see this map. There are some places on here that we could check out, but
I popped it up to everybody, but you should be able to find it if you close it
Yeah,
in your
you can.
journal.
You can also. Yeah.
Or I could just click it again and show the players that.
We're
Yeah,
in
so, like, there's,
Shepherd's Crook, right?
Yeah, you're in the Shepherd's Crook. Yeah, the
Alright.
inn.
so
Okay.
the general store. I mean, that's probably we can
If you
probably get some information there. Fleecer's Hall, Riverport.
We haven't met the father, right?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, okay, yeah, we did. Yeah, that's
He was the guy that asked you to find his brother.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you should we call it a night? And what time is it again, Tyler? Sorry.
It's about you guys got there about 3, and I'll say you spent about 2 hours doing shit at the inn.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, we still have a little bit of daylight left. Do we want to look around, or should we call it a night and just go to the woods tomorrow? What do you guys think?
Let's go to the Fleecer's Hall.
Yeah. Okay. Let's check it out.
Yeah, I'm game for anything.
They seem suspicious.
This
you know what I mean?
dwarf is up for anything.
Anything?
Not that kind of anything, you pervert.
Fucking degenerate, dude. I'm so.
No, I was just gonna say a game of chess
Yeah, uh-huh.
with my penis. No.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. We can. I think we're gonna head over there, Tyler.
To the Fleecer's Hall.
Yeah. We're just looking around.
All right, and do you talk to Alonzo or do you just leave him because he's hanging out with you guys right now?
Yeah, we'll let him know that he can. We'll be staying at the inn, so he can come find us whenever he's ready to leave.
All right. He says that's a great idea. He says I'll take care of my business and then find you.
Don't get too wild, Alonzo.
Yeah, and when you say that, he's talking to Lenore, and he's got this like look of entranced, and he's like enchanted by her. He's like,
Oh.
and he like waves you away, and he's like, I've been here before, boy. And yeah, that's what happens. Okay, and then, so then you guys walk across the street to you say the Growers Hall or the Fleecers Hall? The Fleecers Hall, right?
I think
Fle-
they said
Fleecers, right? Yeah, I think that's where we're
Alright.
going.
Yeah, so you walk across the street. It's pretty close, actually. They're right next to each other. And the Growers Hall, or the Fleecers Hall, is actually a little bit bigger than the Growers Hall. And it's pretty much just a big building, like a big square building with, it's actually like open air. And as you like approach it, you'll notice that there's like a large entryway. And then when you get inside, there's just kind of like some administrative looking room there. But but there's a bunch of doors that you can kind of like see through the like open air window thingies, and you can tell that there's like sheep out there. And then in like another part to the right, there's like a bunch of big stacks, and you can just tell from where you are that it's like big stacks of wool in these giant, big, thick, heavy cubes. And then when you get in there,
Is there anybody there, or
yeah, there's like a person.
Like
sitting at
anybody
one
else?
there's person sitting at one of the administration desks, and it's a female human, and she says, "How can I help you?" So yeah, that's my female voice. She says, "How can I
this
help
is not my target demographic, guys. You guys are up.
you?" Oh, you're gonna try.
I'm a dwarf, so I can't see over the counter.
She says, here to buy or here to sell?"
Buying that
I
ass,
like
girl.
Nudge
Um,
as
Buying that ass.
Yeah.
Aslan Neon, whatever your name is, Aslan, Ascalon.
Ascalon.
Be like, do your magic.
Do my
Get,
magic.
get some information for us.
She says it's quite late
Um,
in the day. Please, please hurry.
I
And
just-
she's got this like fantasy medieval version of a clipboard with like some leather attached to it that and like a quill that she's like ready to address you with.
We've been hired to hunt the wolves. How has the fleecers, because we're in the fleecers all right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Business been of late?
So you go over to her and she says, "Oh, when you say that, actually, you're just gonna ask her a question. So when you say that you've been hired to help everybody out in town, she kind of like gets this like pessimistic look, and she says, I don't think. She essentially said, "I'm sorry, I'm terrible at female voices, so
You're
it's
good,
okay.
you don't have to do
it. Just do your regular voice. It's fine.
Okay, but yeah, she says that like I doubt anything can ever be done. She's like, in the past months, we've been losing so much business that I'll be out of a job before soon. So she gets this like pessimistic look on her face and says that.
Jack, wow. Well,
It's
we're
heavy.
here to help all you motherfuckers.
She's like, it's something I've heard too many times before.
I was just gonna ask that.
She says,
how many
Here to
have,
help.
How many have come to help and never returned?
She says you're the first adventurers, but she said that she's learned not to count on the aid of men. You say they're there to
Why is
help.
this?
You ask her. You
Yeah,
ask her.
Why is this?
You got raped once.
Okay, well, that
Make a persuasion check.
persuasion check. I don't think I'm very persuasive. Where's my
You're trying to persuade her.
All right,
Oh,
Right.
could I give him before you do this? Could I give you bardic inspiration?
You want to cast a magical ability on him in front of a woman to buff his powers.
It's not a magical ability.
It's just
Oh,
a
you-
slight finger in the
It's
butt.
innate to my bardness.
You want to add some type of bonus? Yeah, sure. You can make a comment, and we'll call that bardic inspiration. You can
Yeah,
add to
be
the
like-
conversation.
Yeah. And it just for the next 10 minutes you can add a d6 to an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw. Phil.
So maybe what you're saying is Samson says like no reason to be so secretive or something, and then that like buffs this.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. So
Okay, so
make
I
your
do
persuasion
a
check with
20
your-
roll, and then what do I add on top of that?
a d6.
All right, so a 20 and a d6.
Yeah.
120 plus whatever else roll d20. D20 for a 19, and then a d6. 24.
Yeah, you got a 24. And so yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, that was then.
Fucking ballsack. So yeah, you persuade this woman, and she kind of like rolls her eyes and just says, "Oh, another inquisitive man." I'm sure. And then she tells you that she's like, she always has these like farm boys running after her, and then like whenever she wants to get serious in a relationship, they always instead of prioritizing her, they always prioritize like the farm instead,
Wait, what were you trying to persuade her to tell you?
because all these hillbilly bumpkins
We were
aren't
trying to
committed
figure out why
relationships.
she was like so fucking against us going to like
Against
being
men.
here to help. Like she was like, whoa, yeah,
She wasn't
hated
against
men.
us, she was just pessimistic.
Yeah, she's just pessimistic. She said that.
I just wasted a bardic inspiration on that.
Michael, all right.
But she says, but with your persuasion check, she says, but maybe you're different. And then she gets up from her clipboard, and she's got these like little glasses, and she like walks up to you, and she like puts her glasses down, and she inspects you. Oh
That-
shit!
Ask
And,
her if there's
uh,
anything she knows about the wolves.
And she like you instantly get the feeling that she likes what she sees, Alonzo. Or I mean,
Where are we getting Alonzo from?
whatever your name
Ascalon.
is, Ascalon. It's a really long name. Long names
Just
are
call him
hard.
Azzy.
Ascalon. But yeah, she gets up and she like walks around you, and
She
then
wants
she like
the
gives you a
old
little
dick.
smirk. Yeah.
What I'm gonna kind of jump in a little bit here real quick. What
What is it about?
what do you think of this Tilius guy? Anything interesting we should know about the town?
Anything interesting about Tilius?
Yeah, or these, I guess, or like the wolves, or do you think it's
Or the
actually? I'm asking like
Guilders.
5 different questions at once right now. I'll ask you
That's a
about
lot.
Tilius first. Yeah,
That's a lot.
Tilius.
Yeah. So, yeah, with that persuasion check, I mean, she'll be pretty open with you. She tells you that he's the one who leads both the Welton Growers and Buyers Association, and that association is like the most powerful group in the village because that's pretty much what like dictates whether or not the village is successful. Essentially, it's the economic power that kind of drives everything. And that because Tilius is the leader of that association, the Growers and Buyers thing, it essentially makes him the mayor and like a very honored and revered person in the town. And that she'll actually go into even more detail and tell you that, like, in general, what his real job is to oversee the sale of grain, wool, and other products in the village, and to negotiate contracts with merchants in nearby cities to manage the shipping. Yeah, and then she also says he's got a gift for trade and has helped boost Welton's prosperity in a number of significant ways. And she kind of like talks about all that stuff.
So it's like she's got like a positive
Yeah,
like,
yeah, pretty
affinity
much.
for it. Okay. Oh, interesting.
When
Yeah.
did he's like always been in this town, right? We asked if anyone new is in this town. They all said no, right?
What? I didn't understand that question.
We asked earlier if there was anyone new to the town.
Yes.
So he's not new, right? He's been here.
No, he's been in
Okay,
town
that's
for
what I
a
thought,
very
that's what
long
I
time.
thought. That's
Everyone seems to like him a lot, so maybe I don't know. Maybe he's not.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
But she'll also, like, when you ask, like, do you tell her that, like, are you sure I don't trust him? Do you say that?
Sorry, say that again.
Well,
Sure,
Phil
yeah, I'll
said
say it.
I don't
Like,
trust.
I don't trust
So,
him.
so you say that, and she kind of gets this like weird grin, and she's like, I know. She's like, I know what you mean. And she tells you that like he's a very like not angry person, but like pragmatic person. And so sometimes like his commitment to improving the village makes him feel like the people in the town are just like figures like on a piece of paper. And so he sometimes like forgets that they're real people. So she tells you that like everything he does is for the best of the village.
Okay.
But yeah, and she also says like recently, like it's been more visible. This change has been more visible because of the current crisis. Because like she actually tells you that like because she works so closely with him, she says that the dread of missing a shipment is leading him to try and sell crops that people of Welton need to eat if they want to avoid starvation. But he doesn't want to miss a shipment, so got to be on time. That's what she gives you.
Okay.
All right.
Do you guys want to look? You guys want to look around here anymore? Or you think we feel pretty good about this?
Pretty good.
yeah, I mean, if something is on the keeping something on the DL, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't know. She seems to be. I don't think she'd be lying, right, about
Yeah.
all this stuff. So okay, talking. We got what? Talking wolves. Some. Yeah. Also, the town is doing bad, right? So.
Yeah, it's like really bad. Like you
Yeah,
can
so-
you've made a lot of perception checks, Samson has. So you can tell that like just in general from what you've heard,
Yeah.
the overall like state of the town is in decline, but recently it's a recent development.
Okay. Yeah. So like, I don't know. How would he be benefiting from any of this?
I mean, if he's wealthy, he could scare some other people out of town to then buy their land.
Yeah, maybe he's got like hidden wealth, not in
Maybe
this
he made-
town.
maybe he made a deal with someone, like, because he really wants to ship these shipments, even at the cost of like not having food to feed the town.
Yeah.
So it seemed weird that it's
Yeah.
like, dude, why
I
are
mean,
this?
he's
Why is
definitely
this
an
ship
asshole.
so important to where it's like what kind of trade deals did you make that we, you know?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't trust him in the sense that like he might not be the one calling the shots. I just feel like maybe he knows more than he leads on, or you know, something along that nature.
Okay.
Other than that, though, I'm good. I think I don't really.
Yeah,
have
I'm
to look
good.
at the map. I don't think there's anywhere else I want to go. Is there anywhere you want to go, Michael?
I don't. I mean, like my character would not break into another person's house, or probably wouldn't advocate for you guys breaking.
Yeah.
But I
wouldn't
guess
really
yeah. Maybe we can wait until morning and then we can head out to try and track these or find these.
Okay.
Find these butt fuckers.
Quick question: do you guys want to stop here since it's like the night before we start going? Because we only have 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm good
Or do
for
you guys
stopping
wanna
here.
keep-
Yeah, I'm okay. How?
Because I don't want to like
how
get
far-
30 minutes into
I'm guessing
yeah.
we didn't make it as far as you thought.
It's
Obviously.
about 50%. Actually, I don't know. I thought it'd be about 50%, but like. It
We can always
depends.
do
As, like,
Saturday or
we didn't-
Sunday
we
this
didn't-
weekend
we didn't
since it's
start
just
till,
us
like,
three.
5:30. So
Yeah, we started a little late.
yeah.
I'm just asking, like, if we go for another 30 minutes, are we gonna like when we stop in 30 minutes? Is it gonna be in a place that's like, oh, this is kind of like a
We
bad stop?
we should probably stop. I mean, it depends on what you guys want to do.
I mean, I
but-
just thought Kyle's gonna be here, so we can always do this Saturday, you know.
yeah, whatever works.
So then we can start earlier and have more time.
yeah, essentially, depending on what you decide to do, it could be short or it could be long. What's your plan right now? Tell me what your plan is, and I'll tell you how long I think it's gonna take.
Well, I guess I don't know if we're gonna explore anymore. Probably not too much more, and then I guess head out to try and.
Yeah, I kind of figured like in the morning we head out. Maybe have someone come along with us to show us at least what happened.
Yeah.
And they can take from there.
Yeah, we can do that, and then so yeah, we should probably in that case, before we do that, what we'll probably do is end this session by what you guys are gonna go to the inn or something like that.
Yeah, like go to the end and like basically bed in for the night.
All right, let's do that part, and then we can call that there. Does that sound good?
Okay, we're all sleeping right now.
Well, wait. So you're still at the Fleecer's Hall, right? You
Yeah,
didn't
still
just leave?
places are we gotta go.
And you both say you gotta go. So that girl, she like walks over to you, as Kalan, and she's like, come find me later, and she like gives you like one of those like on her little piece of scroll of leather, she like writes like some personal information about herself so that she can find you. She says, I'll find you, don't worry, or something like that. Something sexy. Yeah. And then there you go. So now you guys go where?
Back to the inn,
Back to
right?
the inn.
Okay.
We are trying to. I don't know. I think maybe I'll grab a drink or something and.
Sleepy time.
So yeah, when you get
It's
to
like
the inn,
6 o'clock though.
yeah, when you get to the inn,
6
it-
o'clock though.
yeah,
I
it's
forgot it
getting
was that
dark.
early.
It's starting to get dark outside, and as you get to the end though, you can tell that the meeting has just adjourned, and like the people that you saw in there have kind of like stepped out of that meeting room, and and have kind of like intermingled with the other people that are all around the bar, and they're like doing some good shit, and then you can tell that like, what is his name? Blanthor? Banlith? That guy who helped the farmer earlier, he's back in the back and he's cooking up a storm. There's a big ass fire roaring. Anyway, as you if you want to talk to anybody that you were talking to before, you could now. I know you had expressed interest in speaking with Coral again, so now would be a good chance to speak with him if you.
Maybe we can ask if he wants to come with us.
Wait, which one was Coral? That was the big buff dude, right?
Yeah, Coral was the like
Was the
lean
lean guy.
man.
Lean, yeah.
he's specifically described as like looking as though he were old and tough as leather.
Yeah, let's ask him if he wouldn't mind accompanying us on this.
Yeah, so
Journey.
he actually lays out a couple options for you because he's like, I'm no fighter, but he's like the wool, but nearly half my flock is gone, and I'll do anything to help you deal with this problem. He tells you that the Western Woods is near his farm, so he's really familiar with that terrain, and so if you specifically ask him to come with you on the journey, is that it?
Yeah, we're like asking him if he will.
Accompany us.
He doesn't have to go like kill wolves with us, but kind of guide us.
Yeah, he probably knows the lay of the land a little better than we do.
So
Yeah.
he's super fucking stoic as he says this, and he's like, I will do my duty, and he offers to like take you to his house, and then like guide you to the like the site of like the Western Woods, and he can
Nice.
take you in there. Yeah,
Let's do that.
Sweet.
but
Okay.
he's super stoic, but you can tell he's kind of reluctant too.
He's
Uh,
not a fighter at all.
We're gonna use him as cannon fodder, so it's fine.
No, he's an old man.
Is he gonna bring some sort of weapon or something?
Dude,
he's
we'll
old.
defend him. Don't worry. So
He
show
says,
us where
"I don't
we need to
even know
go,
what-"
and then
He says, I don't even know how to use a weapon, but my skills at tracking are the only weapon I'll need.
there we go. We can track whoever we need to track.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, we can end it there too. Oh, and by the way, if you guys are resting for the night, that girl that Phil persuaded is gonna try to find you and bang the shit out of you.
Nice.
Yeah.
But she
Yeah,
accidentally walks into my room.
So
Yeah.
Michael's like, ew, a girl.
Like, oh shit, I guess I have to.
I'm gay, I guess I have to.
I'm
okay,
gay, I guess.
But yeah.
I like what he
so,
said
uh,
about my version
That's a
better,
good place
but-
to end it, though. And Coral says he'll stay in the inn with you guys tonight instead of going back to his house, so
Oh,
that
word.
he can go with you tomorrow, and he'll essentially be like a bro with you.
nice. I like a good bro. Dude.
Okay. So that's it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it for now. And I'm not